Getting nasty on a Friday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 202, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Last night, Matthew Stafford was named the 2025 Associated Press Most Valuable Player. ESPN's Adam Schefter notes that this was the closest MVP race since Peyton Manning and Steve McNair shared the award in 2003. Stafford narrowly beat Patriots quarterback Drake May, winning 24 first-place votes to May's 23, while totaling 366 points to May's 361. Stafford closed his acceptance speech by telling the audience he will return for another season. Whoa. So Rams fans, I'm sure, are happy about that. Did they get it right in your guys' eyes?
Yeah. I think so. I think Matthew Stafford had the best season of, all players. Well, all quarterbacks, because essentially that's what the award is. It's not really a player award. It's a quarterback award. So I think he's had the best season of all quarterbacks. And I think they got it right. I think Drake May had a hell of a season. I thought he did a fantastic job. But when you're breaking it down, and I know, those awards are turned in prior to how the postseason plays out. So it's not like you can continue to look at what happens during a postseason and say, oh, well, he did this. Matthew Stafford led the league in passing yards. He led the league in touchdowns as well. Like, I don't know what more you want from him. He did both. He had a really, really good year. There's no, the fact that it was that close is intriguing to me. So, it was a good year. Great year.
I thought it was going to be close, though.
I don't think it was one vote close. Like, if you're giving Matthew Stafford 24 first-place votes and you're giving Drake May 23, 23 people watched the entire season and thought that Drake May played better than Matthew Stafford.
He had a really good season.
I think he led in all other statistical categories, not touchdowns and,
the two most important
passing yards. So all the other little kind of stats that little number nerds love. Drake May did well in those.
Number who?
Number nerds.
Yeah, cool.
So I think they got it right, too. I mean, obviously, I like the Patriots, and I think the Drake May story is fascinating. The only thing I do kind of ponder on it, though, is, Drake May last year, what it looked like as opposed to this year, what it looked like, what the Patriots did last year as opposed to what they did this year. For me, the most valuable player is someone who elevates their team to do things we didn't expect. Did Matthew Stafford do that? I don't know if he elevated. I think we kind of expected the Rams to be pretty good. I don't think we saw the Patriots coming, and you can tell me the weakness of the schedule and all that. Yeah. Fine, and I'll just say second-year quarterback. So I don't think they could have got it wrong, I guess, ultimately is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree that they did get it right. It's interesting. How would you define MVP? Well, for me, it's the player whose individual performance contributes to the greatest share of the team's success. So you look at the team success and you look at the individual performances on said team. Yeah, Puka Nacua was fantastic for the Rams. Kyron Williams, local kid, very, very good. But ultimately,
Devontae Adams
had an excellent year. Banged up at the bottom.
Name three of those guys on the Patriots.
Kayshon Boutte, Stephon Diggs, Ramondre Stevenson.
And that you think that's equal?
Hunter Henry?
I do not, sir.
That is not.
Hunter Henry.
That is not.
It helps throwing a ton
Mario
of
Douglas.
1-yard passes to
Mac Hollins.
Devontae Adams in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, it helps too. But that's how I would define it, right? What player's individual performance contributes the greatest share of their team's success? And then within that, how do you do individually? Well, Matthew Stafford, outstanding. If you just look at the numbers, as CD mentioned, the individual excellence was there. In context, did you win? Yeah, the Rams won a lot in the league's toughest division. So I think they got it right. Now, what's interesting is there's one vote for my guy Justin Herbert, and I don't have a vote.
You voted for him?
I don't have a vote. Let's clear that up. Apparently, Sam Munson. Because he was the one.
Stalter.
Sam Munson, formerly of PFF, co-host of Check the Mic podcast. He went on Twitter. He said, "Look, I was the one that voted for Justin Herbert." He said the guy had the worst offensive line in the NFL all season, and despite that, he was working miracles in almost every single game. Stafford's O-line became 2/5 as bad as Herbert's for 5 minutes, and he became a turnover howitzer. He embodied value. MVP is the single hardest award to correctly determine because the focus is on value, which is basically impossible to objectively objectively evaluate with so many dependencies. But the idea that one vote altered a guy's legacy is stupid. More people than not thought each candidate. Then he said, yeah. Then he goes back and forth with a bunch of people on Twitter. Now, I think what people are pissed at, of course, is that it came down to one vote between Stafford and Drake May, and this guy voted for Justin Herbert. I mean, I understand
Every
his
vote matters.
Wait, proof positive. I understand his point on this, but ultimately, it should have came down to Stafford or May. And
Read the room, man. Yeah. Read the room.
There's always one, though. There's always one.
There is.
There's always one that does something that's so stupid.
Yeah. Well, Josh Allen got votes, too. I think he had 2. So, I mean, you can make the argument, why are you voting for Josh Allen? Well, I mean, there's somewhat of a case to vote for Josh Allen based on his team, right?
Yeah. I mean, if we go back to what I said about the individual performance and how much share he has in that team's success, I mean, Josh Allen may have the largest share. He just didn't put up the same amount of numbers as Drake May and Matthew Stafford. Neither did Justin Herbert, which is where this argument, his argument eventually ends.
Like, if you're voting for MVP of the team, yeah, Justin Herbert, cool. But you're not voting for MVP. That's why that concept, that Sam Munson,
yeah,
that concept to me is asinine, because he's clearly not the best player in the NFL. It's not what he did for his team, because that's what he gets paid $55 million to do. That's his actual job. He wasn't better than Drake May or Matthew Stafford. Like, in that context, like, you can say, oh, well, without him, yeah, cool. They wouldn't have.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been where they were. But he wasn't better when you look at the numbers. He's not better than either of those quarterbacks. So for you to vote for him is absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. Now, you can make a case for why you did it, but I won't agree with it. I think it's a dumbass decision and a dumbass idea and a dumbass
You're
reason.
staring right through me with
Because
Sam
you
Munson.
texted Sam and told him to vote for damn Justin.
I don't know him.
Old Kirky Herbert.
Yeah.
Gotta vote.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous.
If anything, Carey, I think it goes to show you that I'm not the only one
Oh, my God.
that sees Justin Herbert's ultimate talent and realize he's playing behind an offensive line that's filled with us.
Man. Do you think they need to...
And he's a smart dude. He's no center in the NFL.
No.
No, he actually had to switch to left guard.
Yeah.
Do you think they need to rename this
Get the
award?
protection down.
Yes. I think it should be solely a quarterback award.
It's always a problem.
If you're going to name it, yeah, it should be quarterback of the year. Don't name it MVP, because you're essentially only giving it to the quarterback. Name it quarterback of the year, and then offensive player of the year. You could take MVP out of it, because it feels like year after year, like, you have to have a spectacular season in order to be a position player, not a quarterback, to earn the MVP.
I think AP, Adrian Peterson,
He had
the last
2,000
one.
yards after tearing his ACL.
Yeah.
Like, a performance that you're like, oh, who the hell expected that? Nobody.
Yeah.
Because he just tore his ACL and he came back like a machine and rushed for over 2,000 yards. So, yeah, I think it should be just a quarterback award.
Yeah, they should have a quarterback award for the quarterbacks, and then offensive player of the year for, like, somebody else who does really good.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, don't they have that?
No, I'm saying change the name of it. If you're only going to, it's not just call it the quarterback of the. You missed that part. You weren't listening. Just call it. You weren't. Just call it the quarterback of the year. I don't call it MVP, because it's only going to quarterbacks, essentially. In my opinion,
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I think Drake
I
May
think you
would.
think I am wrong. I think both of you think I'm wrong.
I was
You're
just
not.
messing with you. I missed you.
I think Drake May would be okay losing the MVP if it meant getting a ring at the end of the day.
Not Carey.
What do you mean?
You said you give up that Super Bowl ring if you win an MVP.
You asked me would I take Cam Newton's career over my own. That's the.
he said someone like-
we asked you, would you give up your Super Bowl ring to win an MVP?
The basis of the conversation was Cam Newton's career versus my own. I love my career. I'm very proud of it. What are we doing here? What are we doing
You
here?
completely changed that whole.
That's how we got to that conversation.
Okay, well, how about we do this?
Would I just take an MVP over winning a Super Bowl?
Yeah. Thank you.
I thought context died yesterday.
Enough said.
I didn't answer.
Okay.
Get back to me.
So Matthew Stafford had an outstanding night last night. Not as good of a night as our guy Jamie Rivers and Ashley, his girlfriend. If you saw it on social media, congratulations, Jamie. You proposed last night.
I did.
By God, she said yes.
I couldn't believe it, actually. Poor girl. She must have felt trapped at that point. No, it was awesome. I had the ability to get down to Nashville with a really close group of friends, and she had no idea that it was coming. We kind of Trojan horsed the whole trip as like it was some other thing. My buddy had to go down there for business or blah, 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 blah. And we just happened to get invited. I was like, oh, that's great, you know. And then we got there, and right before I asked her to marry me, the aha moment hit her that the whole thing was planned, like as a whole decoy to get to this moment. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty awesome, man. I thank my friends a ton, Kevin and Brandy in particular. They're the ones who really helped us out, hook this thing up, and get things going. And I would say I thank Ashley for saying yes, but it was an amazing night, and poor woman. She's stuck with me now.
Yeah, it's amazing. She's been with you now for a couple of years, so she knows what you're about.
Yeah.
And her and I have had many conversations about it, and somehow she still said yes.
Yeah.
No.
5 years in August. We have no plans yet on. I don't know about you, CD.
Not yet.
Not yet. Just kind of getting through all
Enjoying
this.
Yeah, just chilling.
I thought I was done writing a text, Marsh.
It was awesome. Obviously thrilled, and it's going to be pretty cool moving forward.
Well, that's again, congratulations.
Thank
we
you.
love Ashley here, and
Yes, indeed.
I got to write 2 best man speech now. It's unbelievable, you know. Marsh,
Could just
crazy.
use one.
Just use the same one.
same one.
Hilarious.
I wouldn't do that to them. You know, I wouldn't do that.
Just change
to
up
them
the
at all.
names. It's like Mad Libs.
I wouldn't. You know, and when I say them, I don't mean Jamie and Carey. I mean Cache and Ashley. Yeah. No, congratulations.
Oh man.
So that's so Jamie. I told the guys, I go, there's no way in hell Jamie's in here tomorrow. I said, there's no way. I fully admit it.
Said you would be here.
I'm a pro.
He did.
I did.
Yeah.
I said he'll be here, man.
He did.
We did have a long night. It was a fun night. Lots of celebrating going on post engagement, but got a job to do, Anthony. You know, this station's relying on me.
All right, there you go. A lot of people in the snake pit also wishing you congratulations as
they're
well.
awesome,
so,
man. Thank you.
Well, we got a text here for our guy.
I read it.
Are you next?
I read it.
Marshy, Marshy.
It's your turn.
Water boy asking that.
I guess I'm next. Yeah.
Well, I could be Anthony.
No, I'm good. I'm good. All right. Is a team's previous record an outdated way of predicting their future? If you take these 2 teams, at least one of them, you would say yes. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
Oh, baby. Just downstairs with my friends from Urban Chestnut. They had the big Zwickle Light truck come by, drop off a few cases of Zwickle Light for the Rivers Super Bowl party happening on Sunday. So excited for it. And the Zwickle Light is a huge part of it. We'll get that ice out in the morning, start icing it up. It'll be nice and cold. And got bottles this time. I love Zwickle Light in a bottle. Just tastes so much better. It's like that crisp, clean, refreshing taste. And it's only 95 calories, 3.7 carbs. So you're not feeling too bad about yourself. You're not feeling bloated or anything like that. And just pace yourself out. Nice for the entire the day, the game, all that stuff. And my buddies were also texting me this morning that they can't wait for Sunday. And they're even asking, we got that Zwickle Light on ice yet? I said, not yet, boys, but we will soon. So please get out and grab some Zwickle Light for Sunday or any day for that matter. It is the unofficial beer of St. Louis hockey. And it's the official beer of every Rivers party. So please get out, find it. You can find it all over the place, and you can also find it with my friends over at Dirt Cheap. For any other information that you're looking for regarding Zwickle Light or anything else, go to urbanchestnut.com. Again, that's urbanchestnut.com. And remember to keep it light and keep it local.
Well, the Patriots and Seahawks, who will obviously play on Sunday, both missed the playoffs last year. Different ways, though. I mean, the Seahawks had won 10 games. They barely missed the postseason in Mike McDonald's first year. Patriots, though, were a last-place team, and they fired Gerard Mayo after one season and hired Mike Vrabel. And, boy, that panned out. It worked out, guys. Patriots finished last year 4-13. Like I said, Seattle 10-7. Seattle wasn't that far off from making the playoffs. Pats completely an afterthought in preseason. Although some people thought they'd have a good year, but a good year, which probably about. Well, Marsh, you had him as a wild card, right?
I had him in the final wild card team.
Some people thought good year, maybe 6 wins, 7 wins.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody, including yourself, had him in the Super Bowl, though. So moving forward with where we are in the NFL, it wouldn't be prudent to just look back at last year and say, well, things are going, just a couple of small changes will happen. I think we're seeing a transition in the NFL. But what is the best key or the best indicator of a franchise turning around quickly in your eyes? Because I do think there's some components.
Yeah. And I understand what you're saying. We can't really use the Patriots. I mean, I guess we can.
We can.
For me, the two main components are coaching and quarterback. Mm-hmm. That to me is, if you've got a good coach, you've got a good quarterback, that is my idea of a good foundation, and then kind of go from there. That's For me, those are the important pieces.
And Carey, I'm interested in your thoughts on this because I think a lot of people would say, well, if you find the quarterback, you're good. I actually think that if you find the head coach, the right head coach, they'll like. I don't think Mike Vrabel's taking that gig if he doesn't love Drake May. I really don't. I mean, if you look at what happened in Tennessee, they eventually drafted Will Levis.
Oof.
And it doesn't seem like Mike Vrabel was on board with that. Obviously, the whole situation in Cleveland with Kevin Stefanski is kind of the poster child of like if a head coach isn't on board with the QB. Mike McDonald knew Sam Darnold. He knew that he struggled to game plan for him a year ago. He knew what Sam Darnold was capable of. I think if you have the right head coach who's got a pulse on either what a young quarterback, a good young quarterback looks like, or a veteran that can elevate your team, I think it actually starts there. It starts with the head coach.
Well, having the right coach and quarterback, that marriage is the most important thing. But I do think it's more about the head coach. You can manage your way around having, good enough quarterbacking, right? If you don't have the right coach, it don't matter who your quarterback is. In my opinion, I truly think that because it's not solely, and I continue to say this, like football is not solely about that one position. If your coach doesn't know how to manage a game, if he doesn't know how to put together coordinators or staff that can get the most out of those players, you're going to have a great quarterback, Joe Burrow, and you're going to have a team that every single year you're looking around like, man, why can't we find a way to get to the playoffs? Why can't we find a way to get to the Super Bowl again? Why can't we? So for me, having the right coach in place is extremely important because that kind of sets the foundation for everything else you're going to do. And people go, oh, you say coaching isn't important. Coaching is extremely important Monday through Saturday. And if you play on Sunday, the notion of you got to have in-game adjustments in the NFL, you better be able to play better than they are. You come up with a game plan. Halftime is not a whole bunch of we're going on the board and we're going to everything we said from Monday to Saturday, we're going to swipe that off and we're going to no, you're not. You're going to execute the things that you worked on all week better. And your coaches are going to tell you, hey, you're not doing this well enough. Hey, remember on this situation, this is what takes place. So that's when the coaching is important. And the foundation is laid in the offseason. It's laid when you're drafting the players that you're going to bring in and free agents and all of those things. And having the right coach allows you to have the right players in the right system and allows you to win.
Yeah, halftime adjustments is kind of it's a myth.
You're just adjusting, your football pants because you got to go to the bathroom.
You ain't got enough time. By the time you get in there during a regular season game, a Super Bowl is different. Halftime is much longer. It actually throws you off because it takes a long time. A regular game, you get into the locker room, you go get something to drink, maybe you go use the bathroom, you sit down, the coaches are meeting for their 2 to 3 minutes, then your offensive coordinator comes up and says, hey, this is what worked, this is what didn't work, and then you meet with your position coach and you go over a few things, and then it's time to go back out and start warming up again. Mm-hmm. Like, you're probably in there for 8 minutes, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. And then it's time to go back out and warm up again. So it's not a whole lot of adjustments going on.
Yeah, I think for me, in what you were saying, Carey, about the head coach culture, right? Look at what the Lions did with Dan Campbell. He has created a culture there where I look at their team this season, and I know I thought that they would take a step back this year, and they ultimately did. But because they missed the playoffs doesn't mean that I don't think that they can make the playoffs next year. They have a foundation there. They're going through a transition in terms of coordinators, over these last couple of years with Ben Johnson moving out, and then Aaron Glenn moving to the Jets. So they're sort of in a transition, but that culture and that foundation, like Carey was talking about, is still there. So I still believe that they'll be a threat in the NFC, despite missing the playoffs this year.
Yeah, you have faith in Dan Campbell. I completely agree. Look at Kyle Shanahan, too. Kyle Shanahan has taken not one but 2 different quarterbacks to the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. Both solid starters, but not to be confused with Mahomes, Brady, Burrow, Allen, Lamar. Kyle Shanahan knows exactly how he wants to win games. He knows who fits his system. And the 49ers have won a ton of games since he and John Lynch arrived in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Andy Reid, outstanding coach, knows what he's doing, knows what he's looking for. It takes Alex Smith to the playoffs, understands it's about as far as he's going to go. They got to make a bold move. They go and get Patrick Mahomes, and the rest is history. I mean, it does start with the head coach, though, finding the guy that works best for either his offense or for his team.
Now, on the flip side of things, for teams that have a good
Jets.
record,
Browns.
what?
That's the flip side of things.
No, that's not where I was going.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with teams that look good this season, but then they miss out on the playoffs next year. They take a massive step back. What is a key indicator for that?
That
a good team could fall backwards?
Yes.
Usually, if a good team takes a step backwards, take the Baltimore Ravens, for example, it's due to injuries. Mm-hmm. Like, you have a season where your quarterback misses time. You got a multitude of injuries where guys are just banged up over and over again. And, yeah, I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs, they were struggling, but then their quarterback goes down with a torn ACL. Like, they dealt with injuries. And sometimes I think when you are – there is a Super Bowl hangover. Like, the Chiefs have had a number of years where they've had long playoff runs, and eventually that wear and tear catches up with you as well. So if a good team is struggling the following year, I genuinely think it's due to some sort of injuries to key players that are, keeping them, or just a very, very rarely just a run of bad luck.
What about roster turnover, too?
I mean, that plays a part in it as well. You get guys retired. You got guys that are your roster is never the same year after year. No matter, once you get to college, the roster is never the same because each year, in the NFL, you got guys retiring, you got guys going to free agency, you got guys coming in free agency, guys getting drafted. So the team that you had the year before will never be the exact same team that you have the following year.
For me, typically there's an indication the previous year that things are going to start to fall apart. Kansas City went to the Super Bowl last year, but we talked about it all year. They're walking the tightrope. They couldn't do it again this year, and things fell apart. And really, even with Mahomes playing for as long as that was going to be a stretch to make the playoffs this year, even if he did stay healthy. So I think there's usually some indications the year prior that things are going to start to go sideways on them. Now, out of this year's teams that made the playoffs that maybe they've got more issues than more issues that would lead to them not making the playoffs next year. I don't know. I think the Bears are in a really good spot. Who knows with the Eagles? That's not a tough division, but I do wonder. They had some problems filling that offensive coordinator spot.
There's a reason for that.
Really
I don't know what it is, but there's a reason for it.
Yeah, it's a really talented team, but there seems to be some deeper problems there.
It's felt like that for a number of years.
Yeah.
That team's, it's kind of been just a tumultuous era but they've also been winning.
Right.
Like, it's weird.
Right.
One could call it toxic.
It's very Philly. Like, bottom line. Like,
it kind of works for them. It's weird. Maybe the 49ers. I mean, how can you possibly overcome that many injuries again? You lost Robert Saleh again. I know they hired Raheem Morris. And Raheem Morris is a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
I won't knock him for that. But, that looks like that's a team that could have some problems. And I wonder what the Patriots do, too. That was a soft schedule this year. You can't overlook it. So, it's interesting. All right. What's trending is next? Oh, you're fine. You're fine. The win on Sunday for you.
You son of a...
I don't mean it.
Every time he talks about the soft schedule.
It's a real soft schedule.
How's the playoff schedule for them?
Soft.
It's playoffs. Oh, and all those teams garbage?
No. Just a couple of players on each. All right. What's trending? Marsh has got an update on Gavin McKenna next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. We are talking Super Bowl 60 today. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on 101 ESPN on Sunday. Pregame starts at 11 a.m. Kickoff is at 5:30. Your St. Louis Blues will be off for a while for the Olympic break, but we will still talk with Blues head coach Jim Montgomery today. That is at 4:30, so stay tuned for that. But coming up next, we have What's Trending. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Yes, we have an update on the Gavin McKenna situation. An article posted by 6 News WJAC-TV in West Central Pennsylvania. This was also reposted on X by Emily Kaplan and Elliot Friedman. The article notes that prosecutors in Center County say that they will be withdrawing the felony aggravated assault charge against Penn State star hockey player Gavin McKenna. Upon further review of video evidence, prosecutors believe that McKenna did not act with the intent to cause serious bodily harm, nor did he recklessly act with extreme indifference to the value of human life. According to court records, McKenna is still facing a misdemeanor charge of simple assault, as well as summary offenses for harassment and disorderly conduct. So those are some notes from the article that was posted. Jamie, you were gone yesterday. We talked about this yesterday, alluded to it a little bit on Wednesday. But first of all, your thoughts on the situation, because you also went through a similar situation when you were a young player.
Yeah, mine was different in some ways, but nonetheless impacted me far greater than it's going to impact Gavin McKenna. I was at a local establishment of age to drink, and some guy didn't like the fact that somebody he knew was talking to me. And he came over and punched me in the side of the head. Didn't work out well for him. Problem is that there was police officers out in the parking lot watching it. And so I got taken in and charged with assault and all this stuff. Then later on, things dwindled down, and although it went away because of the fact that it was literally self-defense. But it affected my draft status that year tremendously, which is one of the reasons that I dropped. But this is different. You know, it's similar in a lot of ways. Apparently, it was like a parents' weekend or something like that.
The outdoor game was
that's right.
was last week in between Penn State and Michigan State.
And so they're at the local establishment. All the hockey players, parents, relatives, friends, whatever it is, and another college student was overserved apparently, and started yelling at Gavin McKenna and his mom inside the bar, and so much so that Gavin tried to get at the guy in the bar. The teammates got in the middle, stopped it, all this stuff. Security kicked the guy out. He waited. He wasn't supposed to be waiting. He waited in the parking lot until Gavin McKenna and his mother left the establishment, and then continued to be belligerent and called his mother a few choice words. And he got popped. F around and find out, man. I'm sorry. If that was my mom, I'm walking out and he went at me in the bar and was in my mom's face and then in the parking lot too, you're getting the same treatment. Honestly. And so I'm glad now that they're lowering the charges. It'll get pushed off as next to nothing by the end of this whole thing. If I'm an NHL team, this is not affecting the way I look at this player. In fact, it might even add to his resume. He's a character. He's not a fighter. He's a skilled hockey player that shouldn't ever have to drop his gloves. But here he is proving like he'll stand up for his mom. It tells me he'll likely stand up for his teammates too when push comes to shove.
Sure.
I don't like the whole thing. It's very PTSD for me. I don't like any of that for anybody. But that guy got in his face. That guy initiated. He stuck around in the parking lot. Like he had a purpose that day. And that purpose was to go after Gavin McKenna and his family. And you know what? He got fed his lunch.
Well, on a lighter note.
No, never mind.
No,
Go ahead, Carey.
I was going to say he's not going to be getting fed lunch for a while.
Through a straw.
Yeah. Allegedly, I assume he broke a jaw.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, we'll stick with hockey, but the women's team at the Olympics took down the Czechs 5-1.
Nice.
And Joy Dunn,
baby.
scored a goal
Heck yeah.
yesterday. So the St. Louis product on the board in Italy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It really is awesome, and I'm sure some of our listeners know, but Joy's older sister, Jinsey, was an Olympian as well on the women's hockey team, and now she's been playing the PWHL and whatnot. So,
Friend of the show, by the way.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
The entire family, I mean, just blessed athletes. Josh Dunn plays in Buffalo right now with the Sabres. Like, it's cool, man. And for Joy to be doing this on what is the biggest stage for women's hockey, the Olympics.
It's awesome.
It is really great, man. Congratulations to her.
Last bit of news here. The Cardinals earlier today claimed third baseman Brian Ramos off of waivers from the Baltimore Orioles. The 40-man roster is now full. When you see this third baseman, what comes to mind? Maybe some insurance within the organization at that position, utility. Like, is this a big deal for you guys?
No, I mean, I think that it's from what I know of Brian Ramos. He's somebody that could be a utility infielder. 23 years old, kind of a AAA, 4A player they would call him, where he's probably outgrown AAA, but maybe not good enough yet to have a full-time role in the big league. In the big league, so I think that this is a solid get for a rebuilding team. These are the type of moves that they may not make the headlines, but if he has a nice spring training, who knows? There's going to be more avenues for players like this to carve out a role on a rebuilding team, obviously, than one that is settled. So, yeah, good get. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Does the Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame process, need to be completely reevaluated? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
The final Football Friday is here, and as we've said all week, it's the last call for football, and FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is for the first quarter markets, alt passing yards, receiving, and rushing yards. Here's an idea. Maybe you want to take the Patriots' Ramondre Stevenson over in his first quarter rushing total. Maybe you like Jackson Smith-Njigba to get going early and be over in his receiving yards. And maybe you want to take Drake May to go over in his passing yards for the first quarter. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet that you can use that day's profit boost. So whether you're locking in early lines or riding your favorite props or taking one last swing before the final whistle, FanDuel is giving everyone something extra to cheer for during football's final week. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. 21 plus in President Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, and Anthony Stalter. The NFL Hall of Fame was announced last night. The class of Drew Brees. It's going to be Drew Brees. I just had it here.
Luke
Kuechly, thank you. Larry Fitzgerald.
Roger Craig, and
Adam
Vinatieri.
There you go. Okay. Not on that list is our guy, Torrey Holt.
Yeah.
CD, you know more about the process than we do. We've talked a lot about it. I mean, every single time there's a new Hall of Fame class that's announced and Torrey Holt's left off it, we go back to how many times people look at that Greatest Show on Turf team and they're like, well, yeah, there's already so many guys in, which I think is ridiculous. But are you surprised that Torrey Holt not a part of the class?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I think it's very it's hard, right? I mean, Roger Craig was a name you just mentioned. It took him, I mean, he ain't played since, 80, 90, something. It's been over 20 years, almost probably 30 years. Like, it takes some people longer, unfortunately. I think the issue that you run into is every single year you're having more people that you know are first ballot Hall of Famers. This year, the first ballot Hall of Famer, Larry Fitzgerald and Drew Brees. Those guys aren't. Luke Kuechly was a second year guy, and he had to wait and could have been a first ballot Hall of Famer last year. So I think the issue you run into is year after year after year, you got more guys added to the list and more guys added to the pool of players to select from. Next year, they're going to be Adrian Peterson, Rob Gronkowski, and Ben Roethlisberger. AP and Rob Gronkowski are, without a doubt, first ballot Hall of Famers. Ben, I believe, is a Hall of Famer, but he might not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So every year, there are going to be more guys added to the list that are no-brainer, no doubt, and it's unfortunate. Now, I mean, Reggie Wayne is also on this list, who had a stellar career as well, and he's kind of in the similar situation as Torrey. The second receiver on an all-star, the second best receiver on an all-star elite type of team. Your quarterback is in, your running back is in, your other receiver is in, like all of the other guys around you are in, and you're still sitting there waiting. And I think it's just frustrating. I think it's difficult. Every year, I believe it's like 4 to 8 guys that they are nominating to get in, but I believe you have to have over 80% of the vote. So obviously, if you got this many different guys on there and different opinions, votes are being pulled from different people, and you end up with the 5 guys that are in right now. So it's unfortunate, and there are a lot of guys that deserve to be in that are not in yet, and Torrey is definitely one of those players. So, I do believe that at some point in some time, don't know when, he will be a Pro Football Hall of Famer. It is unfortunate that it has taken this long, and I also wonder now, with it being the St. Louis Rams that he played for, because the writers for those teams are as my knowledge, are the ones that are in those rooms having those conversations. What writers are there still writers from St. Louis that are in that room having that conversation for Torrey Holt at this moment? Are there L.A. writers that didn't watch him play because now that the L.A. Rams, I don't know. I mean, Bernie Miklasz would probably be a guy that knows that better than anyone.
A man who's been in those rooms.
He's been in those rooms and had those conversations. I don't know if Bernie is still in those rooms because St. Louis no longer has a football team. So it could become a situation where there's really nobody standing on a table fighting for Torrey Holt in the manner in which they have been in years past. So, again, those are difficult decisions. You don't want to leave guys out, but there are a number of guys that always deserve to be in. And I think the no-brainer first ballot guys are you just don't get in the way of those people.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Hall of Fame process is just, obviously, it's come more under scrutiny now with the Bill Belichick and the Robert Kraft situation. Those things can be explained, but, I mean, Marsh, you were talking in the office about how we really continue to have an issue with not only the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but also the Major League Baseball process. And it kind of goes, to me, it goes almost hand in hand, not hand in hand, but it reminds me of the officiating in football.
Did you like my video I sent you guys yesterday, by the way?
What's pass interference? Yeah. And that says about as clear as It feels like it, and it's not clear at all. I don't know what it seems like we're all over the place when it comes to the process. Who writers feel like should get in, who writers feel like should have to wait. It's a very convoluted situation.
Yeah, I just go back to the thought process of, and we've talked about it multiple times, whether we're talking about the NFL, Major League Baseball, whatever sport you wanna bring up. Can you tell the story of football without a certain player, right? And there's a reason why that Rams team was called the greatest show on turf. You know, Torrey Holt was a part of that. Mm-hmm. And it's not like his numbers weren't good enough. His numbers are there. I feel like he needs to be in because of what that team did. You know, who's to say that some of the players that are in don't have certain numbers because of different coverages throughout certain games, right? Because they have two dynamic wide receivers on that football field.
Sure.
Who knows, right? Like, who really knows? But I don't know if you can tell the story of the greatest show on turf without him in it.
No, I agree. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You really can't. I mean, Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce,
all the
Torrey
guys.
Holt, Orlando Pace.
Mm-hmm. You got to tell the story, and the story includes him.
It's not like that team wasn't historically great either. You know, I could see that. If it wasn't historically, man, he just had a really good year. No, those guys had great careers.
Yeah.
And that team was one of the most explosive and best offenses in NFL history. So it's not like...
Yeah, but he doesn't play offense, Anthony.
Oh, no, he does. Yeah. I understand
right.
the confusion. Yeah.
Here's the thing. If your offense or your defense or whatever, if you have a nickname, and I don't care what sport it is, if you have a nickname...
Yeah, you're great.
You're great, right? Like, think of the Steel Curtain, the Purple People Eaters, the greatest show on turf, the K-Gun offense. Mm-hmm. Like, if you have a nickname, you are historically great.
Yeah.
And he was a part of that.
Yep. I completely agree. I wish there was some sort of counter we could bring to the table, but we're not going to do so because we're all in agreement on that. So the Hall of Fame process overall.
I wonder how they're going to fix it, man.
I don't know.
Because this year in particular, as much as we can debate and be upset about past years with certain players, this year in particular, where it looks like they've singled out two people, Belichick, Kraft, and now missing on Holt. Like, somebody's got to look at this at some point and go, okay, this needs to be revamped.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to fix this.
Does the NHL have this problem?
Yeah, they do. So the NHL has... It's getting better, but for a while it was a popularity contest.
Okay.
And there's guys that got into the Hall of Fame, and not that they weren't deserving. That's not where I'm going. But they got in ahead of other guys. Like, there's absolutely no way that Keith Tkachuk should not be in the Hockey Hall of Fame right now. And I can't figure out why, and especially now that Jeremy Roenick is in there. Like, Keith Tkachuk was, for that era, he was the prototypical power forward. I think he's the only guy in the top 15 or whatever that is not in the Hall of Fame. So, so it's broken still. Nothing is perfect.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers, and Andrew Marsh, and Anthony Stalter. Don't forget, we've got the Super Bowl pregame coming up at 11 a.m. on Sunday, the kickoff at 5:30. Got some college basketball for you tomorrow, Purdue versus Oregon. Hey, it's your team, Marsh.
Oregon?
Yeah, you love Oregon.
No, I don't like their court. Maybe they changed it. There's a lot going on with that basketball court.
I was just kidding, by the way. I know you hate Oregon.
Well, Carey's team's playing tomorrow, too.
Lakers and
This
Warriors.
actual team.
Oh, the Warriors? Yeah, had a big win last night, man. Came back against those Phoenix Suns. Woo, they were playing their butts off.
See, you don't need Giannis.
They were dogging that game, too, going into the game. Plus odds.
Yeah,
On the money line.
came back and won.
Nice. All right, Lakers, Warriors, pregame 7 o'clock, tip-off at 7:30. So get some college basketball and some pro basketball for you tomorrow. Super Bowl entrance survey. Got a couple of questions in terms of whether or not it'll be Sam Darnold or Drake May that makes the biggest mistake in Sunday's game, and some other questions similar to that next on 101 ESPN.
Well, if you are thinking about selling your home anytime soon, I can tell you that Gloria Lou thinks it's a good time. I had the chance to sit down and talk with Gloria Lou, and it really is amazing what she does year in and year out. And she's been in the business here in the St. Louis area for over 23 years now, and she's closing on homes almost every other day. It's incredible. You talk to a couple people, especially around the office. Our guy Lance listed his home with Gloria Lou. 2 days later, sold. And it sold for the exact amount of money that he wanted it to sell for. That's what Gloria Lou can do for you, too. She's going to make sure that you get the highest amount of money possible and that you sell your home quickly. She's got a couple of guarantees, too. She'll sell your home at 100% of the market value, or she will pay you the difference. Not many people do that. She also will sell your home at a price and time frame acceptable to you, or Gloria Lou will buy it herself. These are guarantees from Gloria Lou because she's so confident in selling your home. So please, right now, pick up the phone, especially if you're listing your home. Call Gloria Lou. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number is 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Remember, the seller and Gloria must agree on price and possession date.
Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Super Bowl entrance survey. Let's start off with what I think is going to be kind of a layup, but I don't know. Maybe you guys will go in a different direction. What's more likely, a massive defensive struggle or a shootout?
Defensive struggle.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I can see both teams under 20.
Really?
I wouldn't be surprised if both teams fell under 20.
Does that make it a good game?
It depends.
I think we're all in agreement that if it is a high-scoring game, it's more likely that the Seahawks blow out the Patriots rather than vice versa.
Yes.
So if it is a shootout, what do the Patriots do well within this game against a good defense that ultimately leads to the game being a shootout.
Break a couple of big plays. But I just don't see it. Like, who's their big play threat?
The Patriots?
Thank you.
Stephon Diggs.
Drake May.
Who they
Travion Henderson actually is their big play threat.
and they're not
He's
using
their
him because
biggest
he has been completely ineffective. And I agree with Jamie. I think it's probably Drake May. I mean, really.
I think so.
Stephon Diggs, there's a lot of they'll throw him 5 or 6 passes, but they're all around the line of scrimmage. I don't think he's going to pop one off, but it would be big plays.
Would you consider 28 points for the Patriots and around that number for the Seahawks? Is that a shootout to you, or are you looking for something in the 30s?
In this game, well, it's a real shootout. I would say it would be
30, 40s.
both teams above 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which I know is an odd number, but 28 for these two teams, I think would be high, given the defenses.
Right. Well, I just wonder, could you still have a shootout with both defenses potentially, or special teams making an impact on the game?
I think I know.
Okay.
I could see a score. I see where you're getting.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
could see a
could
score
the
that
score
way.
being added to the offense via maybe a pick six, a fumble? Who knows?
Sure.
Maybe a kickoff return, a punt return. You know, you've mentioned that the Patriots have a dynamic player on their team in Travion Henderson. You know, what is his role in the special teams game if they need that extra jolt or something? You know, who knows?
Yeah, I don't see it. Most likely to make the biggest mistake in the game. Who's more likely to make the biggest mistake in the game?
The player or the team?
May or Darnold?
Darnold. I think Darnold's got it in him.
Drake May.
He's got it. I think Drake May. They're going to have a great game plan for Drake May. That it's not going to wow you and it's not going to overpower the Seahawks, but I think they're going to set him up to have a game where they protect him, where he can protect the ball and be smart. I think Darnold, at some point, I think he's just going to Sam Darnold.
Wow.
I think so.
Never naming it.
Yeah. We'll call
Naming
it the
it
Darnold.
after him.
I think this one's tough for me because if you look at the season as a whole,
Jamie.
What?
Yeah, you're sick.
Really? I'm joking on my drink. Will you nail me?
you know, Sam Darnold turned the ball over a lot this year, whether it was fumble or, by way of the pick, right? But if you look at the playoffs, Drake May has had a tough time holding on to the football. Mm-hmm. Now, the weather, you could say, well, the weather impacted that, right?
The weather impacted that.
Who knows, right? Who knows? They're going to be playing in Santa Clara now. I'm just saying, if you look at recency bias or whatever you want to call it, Drake May is the one that has not held on to the football as much as Sam Darnold. So I would say in this case, maybe it's Drake May just because he is younger.
I think it's Drake May too. I think you're right. He has been turnover prone in the postseason, and I think Seattle defensively, they play a lot of zone. They're gonna be waiting. It's not a man-to-man situation where your guy tries to beat mine. They played a lot of man-to-man 2 weeks ago against the Rams, but I think they'll go back to zone, and I think they're going to be They're just going to be sitting on his passes.
Drake May has 6 fumbles in the playoffs, lost 3 of them, has thrown 2 interceptions.
It's got them all out of the way.
Nah, I think that means if you get to him, he don't mind putting it on the ground. Now, he didn't turn the ball over against the Broncos in the AFC Championship game.
No.
But they didn't
ask him to do anything.
Nah.
So they got that lead, turn around, hand the ball off to Stevenson.
And get out the way.
Guys, we'll see.
So
We'll friggin' see.
I think Drake May, and again, a couple of those fumbles against the Texans could have been detrimental. Like you were around there by the goal line. One of them that they were able to recover. Another one where they were able to recover as well. Like he put the ball on the ground 4 times against the Texans.
That's great.
Not great at all. So
if a QB doesn't win the MVP, who will it be?
Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's gonna have 12 targets.
Can't
And
argue with that.
They are going to throw him the football early and often. I think that's who Sam Darnold trusts the most. I can see an 8 for 138 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. That type of performance from Jackson Smith and Jigba. So
I think because Sam Darnold would be throwing him the football, I think there's already that bias built in with his storyline. that if JSN were to win, I think Sam Darnold would automatically win because he's the one throwing him the ball. But we've seen in the playoffs this team win without Sam Darnold having to do too much. I would pick Kenneth Walker.
Okay. Jamie?
What, MVP?
Yeah. If it's not a QB.
Oh, if it's not a QB, I think I went with him.
JSN?
Yep.
All right.
Explosive player.
I'll go a defensive player. Just choose your
Name
pony.
one. Pick one.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Okay, I'll pick an offensive player.
No, Jamie, it's
Well,
not the same.
It is the same.
It's not the same.
Pick one.
Play the game or don't.
Okay, all right.
Nick Emenwari
He's
hurt his
banged
ankle.
up, yeah.
That would be a good pick. I don't know that a corner is gonna, like, the safety feels like, guy that has 8 tackles, maybe an interception, 1 return for a
How
touchdown.
about this? Reek Woolen. I know you just said no corner.
I did
Reek
say no
Woolen.
corner.
That's your guy.
No corner. Hang on. Let me take a corner.
Yeah. Well, Carey said no corner.
I know.
Reek Woolen
All right.
bounces back after that embarrassing performance against Matthew Stafford. By the way, did you see? I'll give him credit. He went up like right afterwards, so Sean McVay wasn't really hearing it, but he went right up to Sean McVay right after that game, and I imagine he apologized because it was very quick, and Sean McVay's expression was, like it's all good.
Yeah.
But all right, what will be the most? And Carey, you can sit this one out because I know you don't like this. What will be the most underlying storyline of the Super Bowl when it's all said and done? There's a storyline like the under
Sam Darnold's perseverance in life.
Okay, see,
Love
I told you to
and
you could sit
happiness.
out, so you don't have to do this. You know?
Drake May overcomes easy schedule.
Mike Vrabel bringing the Pats back into the fold.
Yeah. What's the most compelling matchup for this Super Bowl, Marsh?
Anthony, I have an underlying storyline.
No, we're moving on.
No, I have one for you. I have one for
We
you.
do 4 hours of radio. One of our hosts says, I don't like storylines. Okay, good. All right. That's
I
nice.
gave you mine.
I gave you 2.
You
didn't like it.
You didn't give me anything.
I gave you 2.
I gave you everything.
You're feeding into Carey.
No, I'm not.
I gave you 2.
I thought he had a good one.
It's disgusting.
Gave him 2.
Marshy? Most compelling matchup in the Super Bowl.
All right, well, no, I'm doing the storyline, Anthony.
Oh, she loves storylines. Let him go,
Let
man.
him do his
man?
damn storyline. What are you doing, man?
What's your problem?
What's wrong with you? Come on, man.
Dude.
He's been thinking about this damn storyline for 2 weeks. You think you're gonna rush him off this damn storyline? No, the hell you're not. Go ahead, Marshy. Give us your storyline.
In a game with a spread of 4.5, some people thought maybe 3.5. These games, if it's close, low scoring, could come down to kicking, right? We've seen it in the past with Super Bowls. Can your kicker come up big? Jason Myers, he's been pretty solid all season long. He has a better field goal percentage than, I'm going to botch this name, Andy Borregales.
Borregales.
Okay, I got it right. Yes. He's the Patriots kicker. Better field goal percentage. But from 50 plus, Borregales is 1 for 1. Jason Myers, on the other hand, 9 for 12. So if there needs to be a big kick late in the game, which kicker ultimately comes up big because of the spread? There's my underlying storyline.
Okay.
All right,
There you
Anthony,
go.
what's yours?
What's mine?
Yeah, what's your storyline?
My underlying storyline is that neither quarterback plays well.
Ooh, I could actually see that happening.
So neither team wins.
No, just
It's gonna be a tie. 0-0 tie going into the second overtime.
It's a defensive struggle.
you would like that.
Bunch of field goals. No, the quarterbacks don't go eye popping.
So you like my
wait
field
when
goal
it's over.
kicker. You like my kicker storyline, Anthony.
Yeah, I do.
What's your next question?
What's the most compelling matchup for the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna go with the defensive line of the Seahawks because I think they are a team that don't have to rush, that don't have to blitz. Like they can rush their defensive line and get after the quarterback. I think DeMarcus Lawrence has done a really good job. Leonard Williams up the middle is an outstanding defensive tackle. I think what they are able to do with their defensive line, if they can get pressure on Drake May and create havoc, that's where that turnover that we talked about earlier comes into play. Like getting pressure in his face. He's a younger quarterback. It's a big moment. I think that, and then you named a defensive player that could be the MVP. It could be Ernest Jones. Like a ball thrown right to him for a pick six, a number of tackles, playing right there in the middle and just getting after that Patriots offense. So for me, that would be the biggest matchup. That defensive line versus that offensive line.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's it's along the same lines, a little different. And the matchup is, can the Patriots defense outplay the Seahawks defense? Like, which defense has the bigger impact on the game?
Marsh, what was yours?
Oh, I haven't gone yet.
Okay.
So we actually got a
Glad I
text. We got a text from the 314. Coach versus coach is most compelling. And I think that my thought process is on the same line of thinking. Both coaches more defensively, right? Mike McDonald and
Mike
Vrabel. However, I'm looking at the offensive coordinators. We have a guy who has been to, this will be the 10th Super Bowl that he has been a coordinator, been a coach for, in Josh McDaniels, against a guy who will be a head coach coming up in Clint Kubiak. How does each coordinator effectively keep their quarterback composed and put them in the right situation in the biggest game of the season?
Sure.
So where they're not doing too much or feel like they need to do too much to win the game. And Josh McDaniels has been in this situation before. However, he doesn't have Tom Brady as his quarterback. He has a young Drake May. So I'm interested to see how both of these coordinators navigate this game.
Mine is just, it's kind of an obvious one, but Jackson Smith and Jigba versus Christian Gonzalez, and whether or not Clint Kubiak moves Jackson Smith and Jigba around to get away from Gonzalez, because Gonzalez is not only the Patriots' best corner, top corner, he's one of the best corners in the game. And he really has limited a lot of top receivers this year. I think Zay Flowers is the only one that's gotten over like 75 yards receiving against the Patriots this season. Everybody else has been stuffed, and a lot of it is because of Christian Gonzalez.
I think they will. I think they're going to move him inside, outside, like
they do anyways.
Yeah, he plays all over the field, which is a nightmare for a matchup, trying to figure out where you're going to align him and how you're going to play, what coverage you're going to play behind it. So, I think it's going to be a really good matchup, that offense versus that Patriots defense.
I agree. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 at ESPN. That's your entrance survey for the Super Bowl. We do have predictions coming up in a little bit. Has the NFL MVP award become a popularity contest? At least one person online feels as though it was, because Drake May didn't win it. But is there any validity to that? That's next on 101 ESPN. Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Has the NFL MVP award become a popularity contest? Matthew Stafford won it last night. We discussed that in the first segment. Well, there was somebody on Twitter that Marsh you had found, and I mean, flat out just a Patriot lover. Tweeted this out.
It's Jamie's burner.
Drake May versus the last 4 MVP winners. And the side-by-side comparisons, Mahomes versus Drake May, Josh Allen versus Drake May, Stafford versus Drake May, and then, of course, who am I missing here? I said
Josh
Lamar
Allen.
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, thank you. Lamar Jackson versus Drake May. And then he tweeted, maybe this time next year he will have been in the league long enough to win the popularity contest. And, of course, the numbers that they post side-by-side, either very comparable or, in some cases, Drake May had better numbers than those previous NFL MVP winners. Look, strength of schedule has to matter at some point. The Patriots had the easiest schedule. I know Patriots fans are completely sick of hearing this. I get it. Doesn't take away from the team's success. But if you're going to compare Drake May and his numbers versus Mahomes, who played a first-place schedule, Lamar, who played a first-place schedule, Josh Allen, who played a first-place schedule, and Matthew Stafford, who played a first-place schedule, then you also have to factor that in with Drake May playing a fourth-place schedule and one of the easiest schedules in NFL history. The numbers have to matter, and the strength of schedule has to matter if you're going to do that comparison. You can't just post them and say, see, basically the same guy.
And it's a different year. Like, if he would have had these numbers the year that Lamar Jackson won the MVP, maybe he would have. Oh, he wasn't in the league yet. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not. To me, it's not that simple to compare. You're comparing different years. Like, what took place in that singular year? Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson was the best player that year. What happened the year where Josh Allen. And I don't even think Lamar could have won that year. Hell. So, to me, you're comparing things that are, it's like apples to oranges. It's not the same thing. You can't compare one year to the next year because the years are different. They're not the same.
Not only that, but if we're going to go popularity contest, then why didn't Saquon Barkley win it last year?
Correct.
Well, he's not a quarterback, Anthony. We
Had
established that.
More people bought his jersey than any other player. He's on more commercials.
He jumped over a guy backwards.
He jumped over. He leapt over a defender backwards.
He's the cover of Madden. Josh Allen was the cover of Madden.
So if you want to do the whole popularity thing, I would argue that Saquon Barkley last year became more popular than any player in the league. So I don't think the NFL MVP is a popularity contest. I think his favorite quarterback, who plays on his favorite team, finished second, and he wants to cry about it.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
I'll say aye.
Aye.
Oh, Marsh, go ahead, say it. Say your piece.
I do wonder. Well, no, I don't necessarily disagree. I do wonder, though, if there's sort of like a storyline aspect to the MVP conversation, because Carey brought up a good point. That last year, you could make an argument that Lamar Jackson should have won the MVP, but he had already won one the year prior, and then he won one as a younger player in his NFL career. But Josh Allen had never won one before. Patrick Mahomes has won. Lamar Jackson has won. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen, he didn't have anybody on his team. Oh, well, he's got to win the MVP. Okay, if those rules apply, you can make the same argument that Drake May doesn't have the same weapons, and we talked about this in the first segment, doesn't have the same weapons as Matthew Stafford. But Matthew Stafford's never won an MVP. And if he wins an MVP, well, he's probably a Hall of Famer now because he won a Super Bowl and now has an MVP. And there's a storyline there. I'm just throwing that aspect out there for those that maybe are in the Drake May camp and think that he should have won the MVP. I lean on the side of Matthew Stafford should have won, and he did. But that shouldn't take away from what Drake May did this season.
No. To me, if we're talking about it based off of this tweet that you found, it's sour grapes. It is. Drake May had an outstanding season. It's fantastic. compared to Matthew Stafford, he was a little less fantastic. When you factor in that Matthew Stafford went through more of a gauntlet than Drake May did, I'm completely fine with it. And that has nothing to do with narratives or storylines or whatever.
Well, I wonder if you also have to take into consideration, and it probably is, or maybe it's not with certain people, who knows. I'm not a voter. But Matthew Stafford, we didn't even know if he was even going to be elite this year. I mean, the guy we were talking about an injury heading into the season. Some of us didn't even have them winning the division.
I didn't pick the Rams to win the division solely based off that. It reminded, I said at the time, it reminded me of the Christian McCaffrey situation 2 years ago. So not this past season, but last year, where he came into the league or came into the season, and week one, all of a sudden you're like, he's out.
A calf injury.
Yeah,
he's Achilles. He's almost.
Then he's in Europe getting stem cell research or whatever the hell he's doing. He comes back eventually. Like his season, it was a lost season for him, and you started to hear rumblings. Well, Jimmy Garoppolo is taking first team reps in training camp, and then preseason game. I didn't think that Stafford was going to be ready.
You know who also did the stem cell stuff? Talking about your favorite quarterback. You watched the show. He was there.
Kirk O'Chains.
He went out of the country.
Then what happened?
What are you talking about, Anthony? He had a great season.
Well, worked for McCaffrey, but what happened to Cousins? You know what I mean? Like McCaffrey, did he go to the Cousins go to the wrong place?
No, Cousins
McCaffrey came back.
Played. He finished that year out.
Yeah.
And he's your starting quarterback now. You should be thankful that he's still on your roster, Anthony.
Great 2 years in
that they take the blood out and spin it around really, really fast, and then they inject it right back into the area that
I would have just spun Cousins around. He didn't even have to go to Mexico.
They do that at Ashley's office.
Oh yeah, the
I had it done to
PRP.
my knee. It's good.
Yeah, they draw your blood, spin it around really, 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 really fast.
Taking needles and
Stick it right back into the area that hurts, and and you're like, whew,
Oh, that's nice.
I can move
it actually is really awesome.
Good. Yeah. Going back to you though, Carey.
What the hell did I do?
What's his problem with you today?
Oh no.
You say some things sometimes because you think that your Steelers can't possibly get these guys. But here's the deal: you used to think that way with Artie, the one man party, and then he was
I never
with your
thought
team.
Artie was good.
I know, but you used to say, "Oh, Anthony, you're fine with Artie. You love him."
You were fine with him.
I was not.
I
So when Kirk Cousins is Steeler next year, don't come crying to me.
Well, he's already stealing.
Right. Fair. Now he's just going to wear the actual uniform. All right. Sports Six Pack Part 1 coming up next. So if you have a question, send it into the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. Part 1, Sports Six Pack next.
The final Football Friday is here, and we've said it all week. It's the last call for football, and FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is for the first quarter markets, alt passing, receiving, and rushing yards. And if you like Jackson Smith and Jigba to get started early, maybe you want to go over in his first quarter receiving yards. Maybe you like Travion Henderson to break a big one, and he can go over in his first quarter receiving yards. And maybe you don't like Drake May to do so well in the passing first quarter, kind of getting started. Maybe go under in his first quarter passing yards. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. So whether you're locking in early lines, riding your favorite props, or taking one last swing before the final whistle, FanDuel is giving everyone something extra to cheer for during football's final week. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. We have our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. We will answer those questions next, and we will also talk with Jim Montgomery, Blues head coach, at 4:30, so stay tuned for that. We're also going over Super Bowl 60 today. We'll have the coverage for you on Sunday right here on 101 ESPN. Pregame starts at 11 a.m. with the kickoff at 5:30. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by
Saliga
Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
I have a question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for the Sports Six-Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh with question 1.
Question number 1.
All right, let's go to the 314. We sort of mentioned this yesterday, I believe, but in today's baseball market, what would an in his prime Albert Pujols contract look like? Definitely not $100 million.
No. What did Juan Soto get?
I was going to say Shohei or Juan.
Yeah.
$770 million.
Mm-hmm.
15 years, 10 years.
Yeah. Soto signed a 15-year, $765 million contract with the Mets. So, yeah, in that ballpark. Over $50 million per year.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
in his prime.
In his prime?
Right now, he hits the open market. Yeah. 800 mil. If Soto just signed that, then probably closer to 800
it
million.
would mirror it for sure.
Yeah.
Cardinals would spend that much, right?
No chance.
What you got a question 2 or
Albert would be
a new stadium for
Albert
themselves?
would be a Dodger or a Met. Bottom line.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey.
Question number 2.
All right, from the 573. I'm not a conspiracy theorist usually, but I can't help but wonder if the NFL is intentionally keeping Torrey Holt out of the Hall of Fame to avoid having to make references to St. Louis, given how everything went down with the relocation and following lawsuit. What do you fine gentlemen think?
I don't think so. I don't. Why punish Torrey Holt for that?
I don't think that has anything to do with that at all. Anthony, I'm looking at this 2027 class. There's some names on here, man.
What you got?
I told you about Gronk. You got Ben. You got Adrian Peterson, Richard Sherman, Cam Newton. Antonio Brown is probably the most intriguing name that there is when it comes Central Michigan Chippewas, Fire Chip. I mean, if dude just I'm looking at his numbers. His numbers are better than, well, they're on par with Torrey and with
Isaac?
Reggie Wayne.
Oh.
Both of them who are also, didn't get in. I mean, with less games, like a lot less games.
And a run, really a run first team for the most part.
I mean, he ain't getting in.
Is Richard Sherman? I don't think Richard Sherman gets in. Do you?
He won't be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't think he's probably. I don't know. Really good player, but doesn't scream Hall of Fame to me.
Yeah, I didn't track his career enough. Obviously, know the player very well, but not like where he would rank statistically among some of the greatest at his position.
Yeah.
Antonio has about 70 games less played than Reggie Wayne. Has one more touchdown and I think 2,000 less yards. And roughly around 100 less catches.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if he doesn't walk off the field in his final game,
no, I'm
take
not
his
saying he's
shirt
getting
off
in.
and all that stuff.
I'm not saying he's getting in, but
Let's
it's
talk
gonna be
about that
crowded.
for a second, though. Should his off-field and
hell yeah, we already got precedent that
Okay.
matters.
Yep.
Yeah, really.
You Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, you kept them out. T.O., you kept him out.
Yeah. I'm saying, is it
Antonio
right,
Brown.
though? Is it right?
Hell no.
Okay.
But Antonio Brown might not ever get in.
He's got some
Unfortunately.
legal problems going on, too.
Yeah,
right now.
he probably got some bitter.
Yeah.
other
Although there
things.
are guys in the Hall of Fame that also had some troubles.
But that was afterwards.
They had some things.
That
Huh?
was after. They were already in. Those guys used to.
No, there's one that's in. You played against him a lot. You blocked him a lot.
That was allegedly.
And I just said allegedly.
That whole thing is interesting.
No problem. Give him in, jacket.
What did happen in Atlanta?
Nobody. I wasn't there.
Why don't we go to question 3?
Okay.
Question number 3.
From the 636, which Blue will have the best Olympic performance?
Jordan Bennington. He's going to stand on his damn head. I believe it. Yep. Sure. He sure will.
So let's think about this for a second. It's a good answer because Binnington could have the biggest impact of all players. Because let's look at the roles. Colton Parayko is going to be a second pair, third pair, kind of a shutdown defenseman. Dalibor Dvorsky, I mean, that's going to be a tough go for that team. Pius Suter, Switzerland's going to be a bit of a tough go for that as well.
Broberg?
Philip Broberg, but
What's his role?
what's his role, right? So if you start looking at which player could impact a game or the tournament the most, it's Jordan Binnington. So I think that I would go with Carey on this one.
I wonder how many games he's going to play.
He'll play as many as they let him, basically. Like I think it's his job to lose, and they will spot in Logan Thompson. I mean, it's his spot to lose. If he doesn't give up the crease, then he'll play all the important games. Because the round robin part of it, Logan Thompson will get a game or two in there, which he should. And then once they get to the medal rounds or the elimination part of it, I think it's going to be Jordan Binnington. Unless, of course, Logan Thompson is so much better in his 2 games than Binnington.
Yeah, or like what do you weigh more, performance this season or what he did in the Four Nations last year?
You have to let it play out. You're going to have some play-in games or exhibition games beforehand, some warm-up games, and then you're going to play some weaker teams to start and whatnot. Like, if you're John Cooper, you almost just have to ignore the season altogether and focus on this next couple of weeks. And the goaltender competition is on. Boom. Practice games, all the things, and you go from there. I do think Jordan Binnington gets the net for the first game, and then from there we'll figure it out.
Because we were talking a couple weeks ago how, at least in my opinion, I wonder if it would be beneficial for his game if he didn't start off in between the pipes and sort of, had that fast lane U type energy.
Yeah,
and then if he does, once he does end up, and if he doesn't, maybe Canada's playing really well. And if he ends up getting that chance, then he all of a sudden kicks it into high gear.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Could be. It's going to be. It is going to be one of the biggest storylines of the Olympics, especially around Team Canada. Is who's playing goalie.
All right, we will continue our Sports Six Pack with part 2 next. Keep those questions coming into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Again, part 2 of the Sports Six Pack next in the Fast Lane.
question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
With Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Part 2 of our sports six-pack is right now. If you had a question, 314-399-9646 is where you can send it to the Air Comfort Service text line. Marsh, question 4, please.
Question number 4.
All right, this one comes from the Waterboy. Carey, you played in the Super Bowl. Do you remember what meal you ate before that game on that day? And for everyone else, what are you planning on eating while watching the Super Bowl this year?
I have no clue. It's probably some grilled chicken and some pasta, vegetables, probably hydrated properly, some Gatorade, water.
Did you have like a routine at all
Well,
pre-game?
If I went to, like for home games, like night games, yeah, I would go to, what's the name? Red Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a turkey burger and fries. That would be like after we left the hotel and go home for a couple of hours. Because we spend the night in the hotel. So Saturday night, you go to the hotel. That's where, you have all your meetings, game plan stuff that you go over, you eat, and then you sleep at the hotel. And then if it's a home game and a night game, you don't have to be to the stadium until, 5 o'clock for 7 p.m. game.
Mm-hmm.
So you would go home, do whatever you need to do. So for home night games, that would be my routine. But for an away game or a 1 p.m. game on a Sunday, you would get up, eat breakfast, eat lunch, whatever it is, and then head over to the stadium. But it was the same type of meals, things with, some pasta, some chicken, good healthy nutritional foods that give you some energy and have you ready to roll.
Nice.
So I don't remember exactly what it was because, hell, that was, 20 years ago. Damn near. 18 years ago.
Yeah, 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
18.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
Holy schmoly.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I showed Killian your kickoff return this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Kurt Warner was on one of the, I think he was on Mad Dog Sports. He was being interviewed. And I said, Killian, Kurt Warner played for the St. Louis Rams, won a Super Bowl, and then eventually went to the Arizona Cardinals, and he lost the Super Bowl against Carey Davis. And he's like, no way. I feel like I've told all my kids, like, hey, yeah, Carey won a Super Bowl, whatever. But you know how kids are.
They don't remember.
But for some reason, it clicked for Killian. He's like, did he score a touchdown? I go, he didn't, but he did have a kickoff return, and he started, and he played starting fullback, so I showed him your kickoff return right before he went in the
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
What are you guys eating this weekend?
You know what's funny? I thought about that this morning. I don't know what we're going to eat. I got to jump on that, though.
Are you just watching it at home with the family?
Mm-hmm.
No one else coming over?
Well, it's up for debate right now.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know. Mm-hmm. We haven't gotten confirmation.
Gotcha.
Could be just us. But yeah, I don't know. What about you, Marsh? I feel like you got a handle on this.
I would like to think that wings would be involved. Some sort of dip would be involved. A couple of beers would be involved. Maybe some finger foods of some sort. Maybe some those little wieners. Maybe some meatballs. The typical Super Bowl foods.
Yeah.
I'd like to assume maybe a pizza. Whatever, hodgepodge of different football snacks.
Bunch of appetizers.
Yeah.
Gator and the Snake Pit says jalapeno poppers and pizza at the Gator House. That's a solid choice. Waterboy says neighbor Dave hasn't answered your RSVP yet, ? From Waterboy. No, I think he does his own thing.
So I saw a video today of, I have no idea.
Walrus King goes, Anthony doesn't know that I'm ringing his doorbell about 5 p.m. LOL. Come on over. Come on over. Plenty of room.
I don't know who this was, but I saw this earlier this morning of a gentleman who was explaining that if your team is in the Super Bowl, and this is just his preference,
No parties.
no party, I want to watch it by myself.
I'm
or
with
at
you.
least with a group of people that are a fan of said team.
Yeah.
Just wants to watch it, dissect the game as
agree.
a fan. Because when you go to a party, obviously you got to entertain. There's a lot of conversation going on. You know, even if you go to like the bar, you know, maybe they don't have the commentary on.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree with him in that sense.
I do. I agree too.
I've never experienced that as an adult.
Sure. You will.
Maybe.
Your Vikings will go. I went over to Brad Thompson's house when the Falcons were in the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was great. We had the, play. It's not like I couldn't hear or whatever, but as they slowly, it was fun early.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Madeline was like an infant and she was asleep. Kristen, I think, was upstairs with Andrea, Brad's wife, Brad, me, Brad, Dylan, their son, watching. I think Brad's in-laws were over there too. And oh man, Dylan was a little guy at that point. And every time they scored, Dylan and I have a little routine where we run around and do a little dance and stuff like that. And suddenly, dancing stopped.
Yeah.
The routine stopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Brad
Got real dark.
Was Brad maybe giving it to you a little bit?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he
No.
knew he read
knew,
the room.
He knew the severity of the situation. Yeah.
Well, but that could happen, right? If you're at a party and you're like the lone, we'll say you're the lone Seahawks fan or you're the lone Patriots fan, and
Sure.
everyone's like, uh-oh, like what's going on?
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, stop.
Yeah. That's. I'm afraid. Yeah.
Or the,
yeah,
hey,
Brad
no,
was-
don't worry about it. They got it. Don't worry about it. They got it.
And
you're
then
like,
you go in the bathroom,
stop.
you're throwing up. They don't have
Did
it.
Brad have a? He wasn't. The Raiders weren't in Vegas at that time. So who
No,
was
I
his
think he
team?
was. I think he was rooting for the Falcons at that point. Yeah, for me.
I'm sure he's a
Brad
Raiders
was
fan now.
Brad was great. He was great. Now afterwards, after enough time had passed, he likes to say I was in a corner crying. Truth of the matter is, I was just hammered. I was so nervous for that Super Bowl. I was drinking a lot before the game.
Really?
And drinking fast. Of course, when the Falcons started winning, I was drinking faster. After that I blacked out. Yeah.
You don't recall?
I recall what's his face going into the end zone in overtime.
Not James White.
I think it was James
Was it
White.
James White?
I think so. One of the 42 Patriot running backs.
Darn it, man.
Yeah. That hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt. Only opportunity I'll see the Falcons ever in the Super Bowl again.
No,
was right there.
Don't say that.
No, I believe it. I've made peace with it, Marsh. I have. It happens.
Question number 5.
All right, from the 636, you're automatically 25 years younger today.
All right. Thanks, mentality.
Yeah.
2 different locations.
All right, you're automatically 25 years younger today. What would this weekend look like then? And for me, Marsh, you're going back to being 21.
So
I would be.
wait, how far are we going back?
25 years.
25 years.
25 years?
I'd be 20 years old. I'd be in college still. I'd be enjoying this time. Getting ready to watch some Super Bowl football with my friends. Probably
No, we'd be 18.
25?
25 years ago?
25 years. I'm thinking 20.
Yeah, 25,
25
years ago.
years.
We'd still be in high school.
Yeah. I don't know.
What was the Super Bowl 25 years ago? That's what we need to know.
So
The Rams-
that'd be 2021, right?
2001.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, 2001.
Oh no, we were in college then.
Yeah. I'm not crazy.
So the 2001 Super Bowl was
Giants
that was
and
the
Giants Ravens. I was in
That was
college.
the 2000 Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, I go by the season.
99 season, 2000 Super Bowl was Rams Patriots. 2000 season, 01 Super Bowl, Giants Ravens.
I hate that.
But I'm assuming based on the question, they're saying they want it to be the
Rams
greatest show on
versus
turf.
that's
And
where
if
I went.
If that was the case, then I was in high school. I was a senior.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
I was in college. I watched that game. I feel like I watched it in my apartment.
So are you 1 year older than me?
I'll be 45 this year.
Oh, you are 1 year older than me. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the question is, what would
You're
you be
81.
like? What would you be doing? Like with your friends? Like obviously you just mentioned that you're going to be watching the game more than likely with your family.
Yeah.
Whereas as a young adult,
it was senior year in high school, and I was over at my friend's house. We're all in his basement watching the game. While his parents had a Super Bowl party upstairs, a bunch of us. And I can distinctly remember that because of course the Mike Jones tackle.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Yeah. Marshy might not be. He might be too young for that too.
Mike Jones? The guy who made the tackle?
The tackle.
I know Mike Jones.
Not that Mike Jones.
A different Mike Jones.
A different Mike Jones.
Yeah. Mike Jones. All right. Anyways, that's where I was. Go Carey, your freshman year of Illinois then.
Yeah. Or second year. Hell, I don't know.
No, it had to be your first year.
When the Rams won the Super Bowl, I was in my apartment in Champaign. 2001 season, I got to Champaign in 1999.
So it was the 99 season, the 2000 Super Bowl. So that was your first year at Illinois. Had to be.
99 season, 2000 Super Bowl was my second year.
No way.
Yes.
If you and I were a year apart.
The 99 season, yes. The 99 Ram season, that was my freshman year, yes.
Yes.
But I'm still going by the 2002 Super Bowl and 2001 season.
I'm assuming if a texter texted it in 25 years ago, they want to know where we were, the Rams, and what we were doing.
No,
But
I
the
see it as
other
it's the 2001 Super Bowl.
Versus the
That's
New England
25
Patriots.
years ago.
Wow, okay. Well, I was in
like,
college.
There you go.
Today it would be the Ravens Giants Super Bowl.
Okay. Yeah. I was in college, freshman year of college.
I was at home. I
was in the dorms.
sure I watched that one at home.
I was in the dorms that year.
I think we
at Central Michigan.
High school.
We would have been with friends. I mean,
I'm trying to think. 21. I think I was at a house party watching. I think what was that? If I was 21, that was 8 years ago. I think that was Super Bowl. I can't remember. I don't know.
That might have been. We might be.
It might have been that game. It actually might have.
Which one? The Ravens?
No.
Oh,
when I'm 21, yeah. I remember that.
You know what? Eggplant emoji says it's time for the gauntlet. I completely agree. Let's go. Do we need a gauntlet contestant?
We do need a gauntlet contestant.
Text in 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. If you want to play in the gauntlet, text in. We'll play it next on 101 ESPN.
Maybe you're looking at your vehicle right now and you're thinking to yourself, I want to buy a new car, a new truck, but I don't want to spend all the money. How about you buy some accessories? Visit my friends over at Pure Performance. They've got everything that you're looking for. And it's not just for Jeeps and Broncos and things like that. They do have a lot of accessories for those vehicles. But for myself, I got a pickup truck. Had running boards put on, a tonneau cover, windows tinted, everything done by my friends over at Pure Performance. Change the entire look of the vehicle, and they can do the same thing for you too, whether it's an SUV, a car, even a minivan. Pure Performance has you covered with accessories. They also have you covered with tires. So any vehicle that's out there right now, any year, make, or model, Pure Performance has street tires for you. They're ready to go. They want to make sure you're safe on the roads. They also have the oversized off-road tires, that's for sure, but everybody to know that they are stocked with all the tires that you need for your vehicle, and you just have to drive over to their facility in St. Peter's, right off of Cave Springs Boulevard. They've got a 25,000 square foot showroom. Walk in, ask for Shelby. Tell Shelby that Jamie Rivers sent you in. She loves hearing that, and she's going to hook you up. Whatever it is you're looking to do, they're going to take great care of you. The technicians are awesome, and they're always respectful of your budget. So please stop by in person or get there online at pureperformance.com. That's pure, P-U-R, performance.com.
Warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 403. Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. We welcome in Jason to play in the Gauntlet. What's up, Jason?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just driving home.
All right. Well, congratulations. Nice Friday for you. Got the Super Bowl coming up in a couple of days. Olympics are rolling, so nice day to be driving home. Would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me in round 1?
Carey.
No.
Carey Davis.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so Carey's going to make his way into the cone of silence. Jason, you're going to tell Andrew Marsh to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, Marchie.
What are we hoping for, Jason?
Anything but random.
Anything but random. He's pleading with the wheel. Don't give me that random.
Oh, he didn't get random.
Good. What we got? Football.
Oh.
You good with football?
Yeah.
All right, kind of appropriate with the Super Bowl on Friday. Or Sunday, excuse me. Today's Friday, Jamie.
We'll take a game tonight,
Yeah,
Anthony.
that'd be nice, huh? Yeah, all right.
Sure.
Jason, you're going to get 4 football-related questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Question 1. Including the upcoming Super Bowl, how many Super Bowls have the Patriots been in their history? So how many appearances have they made, including this upcoming Sunday?
Let's see. 11. Final answer.
All right, Jason, question 2. Patriots head coaches that have reached the Super Bowl include Mike Vrabel, Bill Belichick, not a Hall of Famer, Bill Parcells. And which other head coach that reached the Super Bowl in 1985? What?
Yeah. Options.
Was it Ron Earhart, Ron Meyer, or Raymond Berry?
Ron Meyer. Final answer.
Question number 3. The Seattle Seahawks crushed the Denver Broncos in their lone Super Bowl victory in franchise history. How many points did they score in that Super Bowl?
48. Final answer.
All right, final question, Jason. When the Seahawks reached the Super Bowl in 2005 against the Steelers, who was their quarterback for that season?
Matt Hasselbeck. Final answer.
Okay. Let's bring back Carey Davis from the Cone of Silence. Jason, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Okay. All right, Carey's going to make his way back in. He's coming in right now. He's got his, I like that sweatshirt, Carey.
I know.
It's a nice one.
You guys like that? You like that? You like that? That was fast, man. I just sat down and was talking to Bradford about some basketball and
Talking
basketball. Illinois
basketball. But not today. Football is your category.
Football. All right. Let's do this.
Pack a lunch.
Heck lunch.
All right.
Question 1. Including the upcoming Super Bowl, how many Super Bowls have the Patriots been in their history? How many have they appeared in?
Okay. How many have they been in? Well, Brady was in 6. He won 6. He lost 2. And then they lost to the Bears. 9? The Patriots as a whole.
Anthony.
Jamie.
What'd you call me?
Sorry. No, he's right there. You're the closest proximity to me. Sorry, brother.
He's not sorry.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
No, I know you're not.
I want to say 9. Have they been in one prior to that? Was it 85? Was that the Bears? Brady won 6. Lost 2 to the... Oh, no. I forgot about the Eagles. Lost to the Eagles, too, didn't he? He's 6-3. Let's go 10 as a team, as an organization. So that's the question, right? How many... Can you read it one more time?
Including the upcoming Super Bowl.
Oh.
How many Super Bowls have the Patriots been in their history?
Including 11. Because we're counting this one that they're going to be in now.
Including
11. Final
the
answer.
upcoming Super Bowl.
Thank you. I'm glad see, this is why taking a test is hard. Man, listen, Go ahead, Jamie.
You ready? Okay, good. Question 2. Patriots head coaches that have reached the Super Bowl include Mike Vrabel, non-Hall of Famer Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells, and which other head coach that reached the Super Bowl in 1985?
Damn it!
Gary just realized
I forgot
something.
about that one. That was the Packers, wasn't it? Damn it!
It's Desmond Howard.
Oh, I don't even know. Options. Damn it, man.
Ron Earhart, Ron Meyer, or Raymond Berry, better known as Ray Berry.
Raymond Berry is a singer, isn't he? Ron Earhart, Ironheart, who?
Earhart.
Okay.
Ron Meyer.
Hell, I don't know who the coach
Raymond
is.
Berry.
Raymond Berry. Final answer. I'm mad. I'm sick. I'm very disappointed in myself.
Focus.
Forgot about that Patriots one and against the Don Beebe talked about it all the time too. Go ahead.
It's a good thing it's a 4-question game, Carey. The Seattle
Four-quarter
Seahawks.
game.
4 quarters, 4 questions. Third question is the Seattle Seahawks crushed the Denver Broncos in their lone Super Bowl victory in franchise history. How many points did they score in that Super Bowl?
I have no clue. Malcolm Smith was the MVP, wasn't he? Options.
Options are 40, 43, or 48.
48. Final answer.
Final question. When the Seahawks reached the Super Bowl in 2005 against the Steelers, who was their quarterback that season?
When the Seahawks
reached the Super Bowl in 2005 against the Steelers, who was their quarterback for that season?
Matt Hasselbeck. Final answer.
All right. Let's go over these. Carey versus Jason. Start right there. When the Seahawks reached the Super Bowl in 2005 against the Steelers, who was their quarterback that season? You both said Matt Hasselbeck. Correct answer is?
Well, you're both right. Matt Hasselbeck.
Nice job, guys. 2-2. Neither of you needed the options on that one.
Good job, Jason.
The Seattle Seahawks crushed the Denver Broncos in their lone Super Bowl victory in franchise history. Actually, we're going to strike that. We'll go to that in a second here. Including the upcoming Super Bowl, Carey.
Davis.
How many Super Bowls have the Patriots been in their history? Without the options. Carey said 11.
Oh.
What's the correct answer, Carey?
12.
Yeah. Jason, also without the option, said 11. Correct answer is?
Yeah, it's 12.
It's 12, yeah.
I think Jason forgot 1985 and Carey forgot 1997.
Either way,
No, I
96.
I forgot 1986.
I forgot
The
that.
Bill Parcells one against the Packers.
As soon as you said it, I was
Brett
like,
Favre.
I forgot about him.
Brett Favre.
Was it 98?
96.
96.
96.
98 was
97 and
Falcons,
98 were the
Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, 97 was Broncos, Packers. All right, so we still got a 2-2 tie. Patriots head coaches that have reached the Super Bowl include Mike Vrabel, Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells, and which other head coach that reached the Super Bowl in 1985? You both took the options. Jason went Ron Meyer. CD went Raymond Barry. Correct answer is
Raymond Barry.
Raymond Barry. Carey takes a 1-point lead. It comes down to this, or does it? The Seattle Seahawks crushed the Denver Broncos in their lone Super Bowl victory in franchise history. How many points did they score in that Super Bowl? Carey, with the options, said 48. Jason, without the options, said 48.
Oh, man.
If it's 48, we have a walk-off. So Carey does not want to hear 48. The options were 40, 43, and 48.
I was torn between 43 and 48.
Jason.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose. Correct answer is 43. 43. Jason, sorry, got you by 1, 3-2 today.
That's good. Good job, Carey.
Good job, Jason.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Man,
All right, Carey.
I forgot about that one. That Super Bowl, I had completely skipped my mind. Yeah, unfortunate.
It was 97. 96 season,
Super
97
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
We
gets
don't
us.
go by the.
Once
You
a
gotta
week.
go by the season, man. You can't go by the Super Bowl year.
This is why.
That doesn't count.
This is why baseball is great, right? This
No,
is 1 year.
football is too. We were the 2008 Super Bowl champions. Doesn't matter that we played in 2009 for the Super Bowl. And you remember that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. The majority of your year.
1999 was the year who won the Super Bowl.
1990 what?
9.
The Super Bowl that year.
Who won the Super Bowl in 1999?
Rams.
Thank
Rams.
No, they won it in
Broncos.
2000.
Broncos won in 99, but
The Super Bowl, literally, that's the logo. I think it's the only logo with a year on the logo.
you. Nobody.
2000.
Nobody. No. You go by the season.
It occurred in 2000.
99 season, 2000 Super Bowl.
By the season.
But they won. They physically won the Super Bowl and hoisted
The season.
Lombardi Trophy in,
they are
in 2000.
the 2000. They are the 1999 Super Bowl champions.
I don't know. I'm
Because they won. That's the season.
Mm-hmm.
You don't count the year that the game was played in.
So we know
man.
that means nothing.
The Blues are the 2018.
They say Happy New Year. That means nothing.
Blues 2018 Stanley Cup champions.
That no, because their season, they play regular season games in 2019.
Well, they play regular season games
Happy
now
New Year,
in
Carey.
the NFL. And
Nah,
Not to Carey.
nope, doesn't count.
All right.
Care.
Nice job, Carey. Actually
Thank
won.
you. Damn.
No, I just mean like,
oh,
That was
was unreal.
Damn, that was the greatest crab sandwich we've had.
Let me
thus far.
explain.
You fed it to
This
him
is
with a
the best
slingshot.
season. This is the best crab sandwich of 2026. Great job, Carey. You finally won.
You actually won.
I said
stink,
you
but
actually,
you actually won.
You actually won because you're upset with yourself. You're ticked off because of the question. You're
very
ticked
upset.
off. So I
Paddling out of
said,
this
Carey,
one.
you actually won, as in like you won.
I
We
mean, how
can
it sounded.
celebrate. You don't have to be upset. You know, it wasn't crab sandwich
Oh,
there.
it was a massive crab
All
sandwich.
right.
Definitely
Well,
was.
I could understand how.
With like you fed it to him with like one of those T-shirt launchers.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is great. What is this? What? You open it up as
it's a used
crab
T-shirt.
sandwich.
It's a used T-shirt. All right, we
And
got
it's two
advice.
sides is too
That's
small.
not Nutella.
Come on, man.
Air Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646. We got advice with former athletes. So if you want any question for Jamie and Carey, send it in next on 101 ESPN. Well, we know the Winter Olympics going on right now, full of comeback stories. Athletes, of course, who refuse to stay down. And honestly, some of our rooms in our homes could use the same turnaround, right? That's why you go with Mosby Building Arts. You know the space that you like to use all the time. If it's constantly feeling just the walls are closing in on you, especially during gatherings. If the room that doesn't work the way you want it anymore feels beyond saving, give my friends at Mosby Building Arts a call. They do world-class remodeling. They also bring that Olympic-level preparation and craftsmanship to revive your space. They are proud sponsors of the Winter Olympics. When it comes to Mosby, though, when you need to upgrade the look and the feel of your family room, your bathroom, maybe it's a project that just you need new windows or new doors. Mosby can do it all. They give you your own team, so you don't feel like you're constantly having to call to check in. They check in with you to make sure that you're understanding where your project is, the timeline. If there's any hiccups that come up, they can address it right away. Mosby, hands down, is the best. If you want a free brainstorming session for your bathroom, for your family room, for maybe that basement that you want to host gatherings in, great. Visit them at callmosby.com. When you do talk to them, tell them Anthony Stalter sent you. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company.
Give me some advice, quick.
Our weekly chat with Blues head coach Jim Montgomery coming up in 10 minutes, but we're going to squeeze in a quick advice with former athletes. We're dusting this off. We did this a couple months ago, and people seemed to enjoy it. Then Marsh got rid of it.
Yeah, Marsh hates it.
But Marsh also, while the villain, is also your hero because he was the one that brought it back.
Yeah.
So, Marsh, yes, without further ado, advice with former athletes.
All right, from the 314, as a former collegiate golfer, I'm still able to fulfill my competitive edge by playing in high-level amateur tournaments throughout the state. How do you fulfill that itch, being hockey and football are not sports you can still play competitively at a high level?
You don't. You walking around and slam carts into the back of people's heels because you're pissed off. Because you can't run them into the boards, huh? Huh, Jamie?
Yeah,
Huh?
that has happened. Not recently.
There's nothing. I remember my running back coach telling me this one time. He's like, hey, man, you enjoy this. Like, there's nothing you'll ever do in your life that will replace this. Like, walking out into the stadium and people screaming. Like, he told me. He's like, hey, enjoy it, brother. You'll never have this feeling ever again in life. Like, and he wasn't wrong. There is nothing that even comes close to that moment or that experience or that environment. I often say that athletes and entertainers are similar, like musicians, because you can be like a musician on stage I think it's like being in a stadium for hockey or football times 100, because they're there for you specifically as opposed to the team. But it ain't nothing. I don't play flag football, you know. Even if I did, it wouldn't replace playing in the NFL.
Yeah,
so there is nothing to replace it.
It's almost impossible to replace the adrenaline rush that goes along with it. It's tough. And playing physical sports, well, you just can't walk around hitting people. You just can't. Apparently, it's frowned upon.
You're walking around the office just running into people.
You've been told that.
Yeah. Jamie pushed me the other day, and I got excited. I was like, okay, yeah.
I know, I can tell.
Jamie, why do you have to go there every time?
No,
Every time you go there.
Hey, I'm perceptive. Anyways, so for me right now, physical exertion, so getting to the gym and pushing myself that way, gives me some of that fulfillment of like hard practice or something like that. There's no contact and things like of that nature. The alumni, we skate 3 times a week here. And, we play. Sometimes it's fun. We get some younger kids that are college or even pro players that come back and play on the other team, play against them. So that's a little bit of a pace to it. A little bit of intensity, but there's no hitting or fighting or things like that, which obviously that would be pretty stupid. And then I will say this, Carey, I don't know if you agree, because I believe you've done live TV before. Live TV is adrenaline rush, man.
Yeah.
It is, because if you mess up, like people, especially in today's world, if you say something that's really dumb, they can clip it and then it's on Twitter or whatever for eternity.
In 7 seconds.
Literally.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of an adrenaline rush there, even if it's just like, not that you're nervous, because at this point, when I'm doing TV, I'm not nervous. I'm excited. You want to get your information out there properly. You want to word it the right way. You want to make sure you're explaining things correctly.
Sure.
So that's kind of all of that compiled together gives me a little something.
Right, but it's not like you're competing against your other co-host or whatever for a position.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so you don't get to really
Even
scratch
elbow
that.
burning from time to time.
Oh, okay.
Kind of face wash strict
You
sometimes.
guys like thumb wrestle in between the breaks.
Hey, it's aggressive. Be careful.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the 636. Who had the weirdest pregame ritual that you actually ended up copying? And what would you say to an athlete now who has to put up with another teammate's weird pregame ritual in the locker room?
I never copied anybody. You do your own thing. I told you I had a teammate who threw up before. I had a couple of teammates that threw up, like they had to throw up before they go, I'm sick. I'm sick. You're sick every damn Sunday, man. Go throw up and get it over with. It was the strangest thing to me. I never could make myself throw up.
No.
I would just, I just had a lot of nervous energy. I did used to put a bunch of those smelling salts in a empty water bottle. Jamie, let me tell you something. You put about 4 or 5 of them in there. Put the top on there, shake it up. Oh, man.
Good God.
I'm going to bring
My
some
nose is burning right now.
I'm going to listen, and don't make the mistake of accidentally squeezing the bottle because run through a wall, why don't you?
Oh, man.
You'd be pissed off for at least about, the first 10 minutes of the first quarter. Pissed off.
Twitching and stuff.
Yeah.
I had a couple of teammates, too, goaltenders that would throw up before, each game.
That's strange. I don't understand.
I never understood that. And then in junior hockey, was when my pro career by junior hockey. You guys have heard me talk about Gary Kupal before. Remember he used to spray him? He'd use bear bait.
Yes.
He used to take the little wooden thing, the tongue compressors. Tongue
decompressors. Compressors.
Yeah.
Decompressors.
I don't know which one is the tongue
depressor.
Yeah.
The
It's a
tongue
tongue
depressor. That's it. And he would just take a little of Flexol and eat it.
Oh. I know the inside's got to be
I have no idea.
jacked up at this point.
He said it made him more alert.
Huh.
Do you think?
I was like, Gary, you're a fourth line player in junior hockey. You're here to fight somebody. You don't really need to be alert.
You don't have a big assignment here, Gare.
No.
All right. Jim Montgomery's going to join us next. We'll chat with the head coach of the Blues about what he's got going on this break, and maybe
ask him about some pregame rituals.
There you go.
We can do that.
Jim Montgomery next on 101 ESPN. Hey, tomorrow, if you need a ride, if you've been looking for one, head out to Auto Centers Nissan. You can go tonight. Maybe you want to check them out online at autocentersnissan.com. Peruse their selection because they do have over 1,000 new and used vehicles all in one massive location right out there at Herculaneum, minutes from South County. But when you do head out there, you're going to realize that it's not just the selection that can't be beat. It's also the pricing. And right now, they're clearing inventory fast. Offers are absolutely aggressive. So on select new Nissans, you can get 0 payments for 6 months, 0 money down, and 0% APR for 60 months. That's 3 zeros, thousands in immediate savings, and you're going to love the customer service there. You're also going to love the fact that they give you a 30-day return promise. So when you drive off the lot at Auto Centers Nissan, if you're not completely satisfied with the vehicle, bring it back within 30 days, and they'll refund your money. Every finance new or used vehicle also includes a complimentary walkaway finance protection, helping defend you from negative loan equity if life changes unexpectedly. So they got you covered at Auto Centers Nissan. Tell them Stalter sent you. Do go online to autocentersnissan.com, but you're guaranteed to find a vehicle that you'll love out in Herculaneum. It's Auto Centers Nissan.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Your St. Louis Blues are off because of the Olympic break, but we're still going to talk with Blues head coach Jim Montgomery, so don't go anywhere. Coach Monty is next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Talking puck with the head coach of your St. Louis Blues, Jim Montgomery. Coach Monty is presented by Fisher Window and Door Store, offering quality American-made Marvin windows and doors. Visit their showrooms in Brentwood and East Alton, Illinois.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Collier and Thompson phone line. We're joined by the Blues head coach, Jim Montgomery, our weekly chat with Coach. Coach, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm rested. We got a couple of days here since our last game and just being a dad and loving the beautiful weather today in St. Louis.
There you go.
All right, Coach. Well, I got one question just about some of the recent stuff going on there with you guys. As a coaching staff, when you're watching your team play as hard as they have, for the most part, obviously not the ideal game in Nashville. That one, we try to forget about that. But overall, the team competing a lot harder. Is there a pattern that you're seeing with either with players are playing or systems or just not paying attention to detail for some of these like last minute goals in the games?
Yeah, I think it's more of a mental mindset. After the Columbus game, we weren't happy with the way we managed the game. And we went out and played really well in the first 32 minutes in Nashville. And then as soon as the second goal, as soon as they scored to make it 5-2, you could see our mentality and confidence change. We weren't passing the puck, skating the puck, hitting, defending with any kind of puck pressure or possession like we were before. And we had a good practice before the game in Dallas, and we talked about, the structure, the X's and O's versus the mental mindset in the game. And it was pretty evident that it was a mental confidence thing to close out games. And, it's funny, like in Dallas played really well for 2 games, 2 periods. And we were, if it wasn't for Binnington, we wouldn't have been in the game, even though it was already 4-2. And then we came out in the third. And with nothing to lose, we played really well that entire third period. Snuggerud got us a big goal, get us within 1. Then we get another one. Great play by Broberg and Torpachenko. And as soon as it went in, you could almost, feel that even though we were playing well, that it was like we were waiting for something bad to happen because we had lost 2 games in a row in the prior 8 days to Dallas in the last minute off faceoffs. And it was a system breakdown, but to me the system breakdown happens because of the mental, situation of, are we going to finish this game right? And you can't play sports with any doubt in your mind. You got to believe that you can.
Coach, you mentioned that you're hanging out with the kids. What does this next 3 weeks or so look like for you outside of hockey? Is it just family time? You're going to get away? Do you watch film, or are you just resting and relaxing and trying to get your thoughts together for when you all return?
Well, it's a combination of all those things. Tonight I go to one of my son's hockey games, and then tomorrow we have my daughters have a dance competition. Then I'm going to get away for 3 days with my wife, go somewhere warm. Then I come back, and I'm going to fly to Minnesota with my son who has a hockey tournament in Minnesota. But in and all through that, I'm going to be looking at the analytics. I'm going to be looking at film. I'm going to be watching other teams, as are my assistants, to get ready for the 17th when we get back and see if there's any changes we'll make to how we play and what those will be.
Now, Coach, Jamie and I both have coached our own kids in our respective sports. Does your son listen to you about hockey, or does he know more than you at this point?
That's a good question. It's funny, when my boys were young, my boys are teenagers now, but when they were 7 and 6 years old, they didn't want to listen to me. It was almost like, they were embarrassed that they were doing something wrong when I would be trying to help them. But now it's a very mature relationship where we talk about effort and execution and the energy and if you're being a great team player or not.
Coach, you just talked about the break and kind of like the way you've laid out how your break looks. I'm just curious, after the game in Dallas, or even leading up to it, have there been any discussions about, the break and what you expect your players to maybe do throughout the break or expectations for the group coming out of the break?
Yeah, coming out of the break, we didn't talk too much about that. The players, through our strength and conditioning coach, Ryan Podell, all have, a program to hit, and we give them, a detailed plan on the ice if they're going on the ice on their own volition, off the ice especially. And then we in that last game, we talked about it's one last game here before we start break, and let's make sure we're playing the right way and we're playing for each other.
Chatting with head coach Jim Montgomery of your St. Louis Blues here on your home of the Blues, 101 ESPN. Coach, are you talk about looking at things, studying the analytics, studying other teams, and then implementing any sort of changes that could be made. I'm curious. Just obviously, you're not going to share all the details, but what will you be starting with when it comes to really evaluating where your team currently is and where you want it to be by the end of the year? What phase of the game are you starting with?
Yeah, we're gonna start with puck battles. We want to be a team that plays with the puck more than we chase it. And in order to do that, who are the players that are winning over 50% of their puck battles? Because this is something that we document, and improving those that are under 50%. And having practice driven in that area so that we can play more with the puck than we have this year so far, as we spent more time in our own end than we have spent in the other team's end.
Coach, this halfway through the season here, a little more than halfway through the season, and you've had some young guys in your lineup, several young guys in your lineup. How are you feeling as a coaching staff about the development of some of these young players? In particular, like Jimmy Snuggerud, this is his first true NHL season. He's never played more than 35 games before at college. And then Dalibor Dvorsky didn't start with the big club. He's been here for a long time now. And even guys like, Stenberg, who isn't here anymore, but had a nice little run.
Yeah, I think when we're looking at the young players, you're seeing real growth. Even Mayu and Tucker, the two young guys on defense, have really grown throughout the year with their confidence and the plays they're making. I think Jimmy Snuggerud is the one that's really starting to jump off the page. Ever since he came back from his procedure, I think he's just kept getting better and better. You see a guy who's carrying the puck now through hard areas. He's looking to shoot the puck all the time, shooting confidently. And I think his goal per game rate is going to jump up significantly, even from now to the end of the year, but especially moving forward in his career. Dalibor Dvorsky has really started to become a confident NHL player who's not only growing in confidence, but playing with the speed. That was always a question mark on him, playing with pace. Well, the pace is starting to become very evident that he can handle it, and he can handle the minutes.
Coach, you all made a trade last week. You traded away Nick Bukestad. How does that conversation go with the player that is leaving, and the conversation that goes with the team that's still around?
Well, with Nick, he was such a great pro and a really good teammate. Someone that came on time, came to practice, came to push his teammates to be better. An opportunity for him to go to New Jersey, and just an opportunity for us to recoup draft picks. The conversation with him was, thanking him for, what he brought to the Blues in his time there, and wishing him, the best of luck. He has a large family, and moving with a bunch of little kids isn't easy. So wished him all the best there. And with the team, it's just about the opportunity he creates for someone else to, because he's mostly playing on the third line before he left, an opportunity for someone to seize an opportunity to be an everyday player.
Monty, the Olympics are here, and I was just curious. Apart from hockey, what's your favorite sport in the Olympics to watch?
Yeah, I really like the figure skating, especially the pairs, the dance and the regular pairs. I don't know. I just find there's something artistic and beautiful, but about the way what they're doing, and especially as we know as skaters, the way they go up in the air and land on that little piece of iron and steel. I mean, and the moves that they can make, the way they pivot forwards to backwards on one edge, and it's pretty remarkable. When I know how clumsy a skater I was.
Monty, I'm having a hard time right now not picturing you in one of those nice little tight figure skater outfits, just spinning around out there with a big smile on your face.
Yeah, well, I took figure skating lessons when I was younger. When they brought the tights out, I was like, I'm a hockey player.
That was enough for you, huh? Hey, Coach, before we let you go, who do you got in the Super Bowl?
I think Seattle's a better football team, but there's something about Vrabel and the championship pedigree of the Patriots. I am going to go with the Seattle winning because I just believe they're bigger and tougher.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, there you have it.
Sounds like a close game, though, either way. Coach, enjoy your time off. We certainly appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again very soon.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great break, Monty.
Bye-bye.
That's Coach Jim Montgomery here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. I love your question. I thought of that, too, about his son.
Man, you're the head coach of the St. Louis Blues.
Right.
Does your son know more than you?
Yeah.
Like, it's intriguing because our kids always, but his answer was perfect. Sometimes I don't know that we understand that our kids maybe feel like they're not performing in the level that we expect them to because we've had such great success. So, I thought that was very important because, you do have to remind them, hey, I was 13 at one point. I was 16 at one point. I messed up a lot. Mm-hmm. It's okay. You're not going to be perfect, and you won't never be perfect as an athlete, but especially at a younger age, you still got some room to grow. So
You're learning.
You'll figure it out. You'll be all right.
All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. You just heard Monty's Super Bowl call. He's taking Seattle, but sounds like he's leaving room open to a Patriots victory. Well, what about prop plays? We'll get into some prop plays next at 101 ESPN. If you haven't attended an Arch Madness tournament yet, what are you waiting for? March 5th through the 8th is when the Missouri Valley Conference, the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament and championship will be held. It's again March 5th through the 8th. It's at Enterprise Center. It's become a St. Louis tradition. In fact, they're celebrating the 50th year of heart racing excitement in the State Farm men's Missouri Valley Conference tournament. But the last 36 years have been right here in St. Louis. So we're talking about 5 decades of buzzer beaters and madness and championship glory. And you can attend, bring the family, in fact, with the Family Fun Pack. It's presented by us here at 101 ESPN. 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns for $105. 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns. You get your tickets. You don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to have snacks and things like that when you're there. All included in the Family Fun Pack presented by 101 ESPN. If you want to know where to get the tickets, archmadness.com. But check it out. I love the Arch Madness tournament. I've been to championship games. I've been to first round matchups. They're all fun. You'll enjoy it, and the family will too. Again, archmadness.com. Super Bowl Sunday in a couple of days. Patriots and Seahawks. You listen to the game right here on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. All right, let's do some prop plays, boys. You ready? Oh, wow. Carey is excited for this.
Oh, no, I was just thinking. I was gonna make an apology to you all about your win the Super Bowl, year and all that. The '86 Bears, hell of a team, Anthony. 86 Bears. You proud Chicago and you.
It's the 85 Bears.
No. They won the Super Bowl in '86.
Why are you looking at me? Marsh said it.
The 86 Bears. I just thought about it. I got a text during the break telling me I was wrong, so I want to apologize. I'm apologizing. The 86 Bears, you proud Chicagoan?
Anthony, hell
of a team.
Knowing now the impact a text message can have on Carey.
That's why I didn't answer that day.
I'm going to start sending him some random texts.
No. That's why I didn't answer. The 2001 Baltimore Ravens, best defense ever, right, Marshy?
That's not what I was arguing.
That is what you're arguing.
No, it wasn't. I was saying, okay, you can say the 99 Rams, the Super Bowl was played in 2000. I don't think that is factually correct.
I don't.
We're not calling them the 2000 Rams. I'm just saying the Super Bowl was played in 2000. And if we go back a certain amount of years,
86 Bears.
a certain amount of years to this date, that would be, 26 years ago.
Sam Darnold. 230 and a half passing yards. What do you guys think? Over or under? Over for Sammy D.
Yeah, Sammy D going to have a hell of a game, man.
Okay.
Him and Jackson, he's going to ball.
Okay.
Him and Jackson Smith and Jigba, they got something going. He probably hit Shaheed on a big play. Probably a crossing route. Something across. Nah, come on, man. What did Sam Darnold do to you?
Okay, he's the enemy.
Your team's not good enough.
Minecraft head's going to take a beating on Sunday.
You just insulted the man.
Yep.
I got over.
That's how we do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got under. Screw that guy.
I can see where this is going. Marsh?
I also have under, not because I think the Seahawks will play a bad game. I just don't know if he'll need to do that much.
It's going to be a blowout, huh, Marshy? Beat the hell out of those Patriots. Don't even need to pass it that much. I like where you're going with that.
I think that they'll control the game, and by doing that, you use the run game a lot. So,
I think both quarterbacks go under. I think Sam Darnold goes under 230 and a half. I think Drake May goes under 223 and a half.
That's a lot for Drake May.
Two defenses that are outstanding. Two defenses that take away the big play. Two defenses that can limit. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba is still going to have, probably 7 or 8 catches.
A couple fumbles.
Is this wishful thinking?
No.
Are you trying to speak it into it?
I had a vision in my dreams.
I think he believes it. I do. I think he believes it. But I got both QBs going under. I got Jackson Smith and Jigba going under 99 and a half too. I don't think it's to 100. I think that's. I mentioned it before. Zay Flowers is the only wide receiver, opposing wide receiver this year that even went over 80 yards against the Patriots. Everybody else has been kind of suffocated.
Let's see what the Patriots. Let's see what stellar receiving core they faced. The Raiders, Dolphins, Steelers.
Dolphins got some wide receivers. Steelers, DK
they had their
Metcalf.
quarterback was lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Falcons got some guys.
We'll see.
And I think they faced the Ravens might be the best receiving quarterback combo that they faced.
Drake London had a big game against them, but not from a yardage standpoint. I'm just saying.
He had 118 yards.
Drake London did?
Mm-hmm. He had 118 yards receiving.
The hell was I looking at that?
I don't know. And 3 touchdowns. 9 receptions for 118.
Jeez.
I'm looking at the Patriots, right? You said Patriots, correct?
I did.
Yeah, 9 receptions
maybe it's
for 118.
Maybe it's against Gonzalez.
Oh, against
That's
Gonzalez.
what it is.
Okay, yeah.
So Gonzalez was hurt in that game.
Got you.
Because I don't think he either didn't play at all or didn't play the whole game.
Okay.
Because he did. He played in the game, but him and Drake London went up, and I think Gonzalez left halfway through. Anyways, it's against Gonzalez.
Got you.
Under 99 and a half. Marsh?
Yeah, I'm going to go over. I think a majority of Sam Darnold's passing yards, whatever he has, will go to JSN. I think he gets over 100.
I got to go over because I already said the quarterback's going to be over.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Those two together, I agree.
Under.
Yeah, I think we know where Jamie's going on this. Stephon Diggs receiving yards, 49 and a half.
Over.
So he had. He's going to will it to happen. It was a few weeks ago. I don't remember. I think it might have been the last couple of games of the season, towards the end of the season. It was the Bills game, I think. I think it was like 36 yards for Stephon Diggs. I'm like, oh, he's way over on that. And I don't think he got it. Like, so I don't know, man.
I'm going to go under. A lot of his completions are right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I would go. I think I'm going to go under as well for Stephon Diggs. He had 26 yards against the Bills. I remember that game because that was like 36 yards. That's easy.
Yeah.
And it was less. I'm like, what the hell are they doing? So I'm going to go under for Stephon Diggs.
I'm going over. I could see a game script that has the Patriots throwing the ball a lot. So I think Stephon Diggs does get over 50 yards.
Cooper Kupp, 33.5. I will go over on this. He's become a bigger part of the offense. I think he has four or five catches and about 40 or so yards, 40, 45 yards.
I'll go under on that.
Okay. So CD and I are just battling.
Yeah.
Jamie's going to go under.
No.
Of course he is.
I'm going to go under.
Anthony, I'm with you. I'm going over just because this guy has been there, done that. He's been in a Super Bowl before. I think that's a guy that you can lean on in this offense at a critical point. So I'm going over on his yards.
Kenneth Walker rushing yards, 70.5. Over.
I would probably take. How many do you have rushes on there? Like how many rushes? You don't have that one?
I don't have it in front of me, but I think it was like 18.5 or 19.5, something like that.
I think I would go over in rushing attempts, but probably under in yards.
Okay.
So I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go under,
I think they're going to run the ball, but probably not effectively. They'll run it enough to keep, New England engaged in the running game, but not have similar. I think it's going to be similar to what the game plan was against the Rams.
I think
except for more points scored and less points scored by New England.
I think they're going to. A lot of it's going to be short passes as an extension of the run.
Yeah,
that's how I see. So I got Kenneth Walker going under. Jamie too. Yep.
Under.
Ramondre Stevenson, 50.5 rush yards. I got under on that.
I got under on
50?
50.5.
I would go under.
I'm going under as well.
I think he gets stuffed.
Yeah. By his own
Constantly.
lineman.
By his own
Well,
lineman.
because he's running into his shoulder blades.
That happens too.
You don't understand, Jamie. That's part of the game plan.
No, it's not.
Anybody got an anytime touchdown?
I do.
What do you got,
I got a
Marsh?
Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown. I think he's going to.
Minus 190. So
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
I would even throw out there
underdogs, huh?
if you like him for your first touchdown scorer.
Okay. It's a good play.
That's plus 380.
There you go.
Basically the same thing that happened against the Rams.
Carey?
Anytime touchdown?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. I mean, Kenneth Walker is probably the best one. I might go Drake May for an anytime touchdown.
Not a bad pick.
Down by the goal line. Yeah. Rushing it in, scrambling, or maybe a quarterback draw something along those lines.
That's where I was going to go with
Drake May. Yeah. I'll go A.J. Barner, tight end for Seattle.
Barner?
Yeah. Who, as Marsh
would have loved
noted,
to have that one a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. They like to use A.J. Barner as their tush-push option. All right, last one, Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, wow.
JSN.
I think it's going to be Drake May.
I mean, it's probably going to be
If
Sam
New
Darnold.
England wins, it's got to be Drake May.
Ain't got to be.
Yeah, it does.
I will actually. You know what? I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker. I said him earlier in the game, or earlier in the day. I think he's going to score a touchdown in this game. I think he's going to have a good game on the ground. I'll go with Kenneth Walker.
Okay. I had mentioned before that I think it's going to be a Seattle defender. Then I threw out Reek Woolen. But it's going to be Sam Darnold.
Oh, man.
Do you guys have any other prop plays that are fun prop plays?
So I wrote some of these down. Fun. I don't know if they're fun, but the play I love is the under in the first half. Okay. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game overall.
Fun.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring first half. I think both teams
Why are you wanting a boring game?
I don't want a boring game. I think it's going to be – it's not going to be boring, but I do think it's going to be a defensive struggle. I do. I also like the Seahawks minus 2.5 in the second half because I think it's going to be close early on, and then I think Seattle pulls away in the second half.
What do you know?
Yeah, nothing, but that's my opinion.
So much for that argument.
I have a fun one. It's probably a little bit of PTSD for Seahawks fans. But there is a prop play that the Seattle Seahawks to attempt a pass from on or inside the New England Patriots 1 yard line. If you want to go with yes, it is at plus 550.
No chance.
If the Seahawks throw a touchdown pass on or inside the New England Patriots 1 yard line, you get those odds at plus 1100.
Really?
Yes. So obviously that is a fun prop play based on what we witnessed all those years ago.
I can't believe you do that to Patriots fans like that, or Seahawks fans like that. But, Marsh, to each their own. You probably like it, Jamie. You Patriot lover, you. All right, we got the biggest question of the day next on 101 ESPN.
Well, the big game right around the corner on Sunday, and my friends over at Circus Sports got a lot of fun things going on. They've got some prop bets, some funny ones too. How about will a kicker make a tackle in that one? That's available on the Circus Sports app. You've got the will there be a 300-pound plus player that scores a touchdown? Anthony, I'm not sure how you feel about that one, but that sure would be a big one.
See what you did there, Jamie.
Yep. And so, anyways, Circus Sports got everything going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's fun to have it at your party, too. Get a bunch of people on the app and kind of compare what your prop bets are looking like. But you got to download the app first. You got to go to the App Store, the Google Play Store, click on the white logo, and there you go. You're off and running. That's the state of Missouri, the proper logo for the app, and they've got great lines on futures bets, money line splits. The player props are really going to be the fun one, and the parlays. Those are going to be all available on the app, and they've got the best odds of any app that's out there, so it's a lot of fun to use that while you're on the app and while you're watching the big game as well. So please get over to circusports.com. They got more information there on everything that you're looking to do, and they've got all that information about all these prop bets and many more. But you must be 21 or older, and if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fastlane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy Siding.
5:05, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. See Andrew Marsh with the biggest question of the day.
All right, gentlemen. Can Sam Darnold change the NFL moving forward? And what
Change
do I
What the hell?
change the NFL?
Is he realigning the divisions?
He's changing the NFL if, of course, if he wins the Super Bowl. And what do I mean by this?
Yeah, what do you mean by this?
You know, if Sam Darnold and the Seahawks win on Sunday, will teams around the league look to find quarterbacks who are not as expensive as some of our other top quarterbacks around the league? And could it ultimately hurt the quarterbacks who want to get paid a lot of money but haven't really done anything? Could he change the quarterback market with a Super Bowl win?
Have we not had a quarterback similar to Sam Darnold win the Super Bowl before?
I think
Or
he's
he's
talking
bounced.
about in terms of finances.
No, but I'm just saying, like, where he's been a retread or a...
Let's take a look. See,
I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't have...
Well,
Nick Foles was not that guy. He was the
I mean,
backup
Brad
quarterback.
Johnson would probably qualify for that.
that was in 2002.
Yeah, but maybe Brad Johnson wasn't. It wasn't like he was a franchise quarterback for Tampa. He'd been bounced around. Hell, the guy he beat was Rich Gannon. It was the same deal.
He was MVP
Yeah.
though.
I think what you'll see happen is, I don't know if it'll completely reshape it, but I think it already has kind of. I think right now Sam Darnold has the opportunity that he has because of other stories like the Baker Mayfield thing, and like even though Sam Darnold and him both kind of bounce around at the same time, but Mac Jones now. People are talking about Mac Jones being the next Baker Mayfield or the next Sam Darnold, to where he stepped in, played very well for the 49ers, so much so that you have to look at that and go, like if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe, you're like, okay, he's a pretty good quarterback. He might be better than what we have internally. And I'm just using them as an example, Carey. I think that you might see some of those top pick quarterbacks who absolutely get pummeled in their first go-around maybe get another opportunity.
Well, to your point about Mac Jones, there's a chance, and I believe Adam Schefter said it, like there's a chance that San Francisco wants to hold on to that guy.
Yeah.
I would, given the injury history to Brock Purdy. Yeah, I mean, he won how many games this year for them? Stable. You don't make the playoffs if Mac Jones doesn't step in and play as well as he did.
too, man.
Yep.
So I think the precedent has already kind of started to be set, if that makes sense.
No, I think it does too.
I think it depends on the player though, because we've seen a few quarterbacks kind of bounce around and have some success, and then Geno Smith goes to Las Vegas and they go from
Yeah, but that was a terrible team.
I mean, but he was a huge part of why they were terrible.
Yeah. Was he terrible? Was he the
was
problem, or
good.
was he the result of how bad they were?
Was he the solution?
No, I don't think anybody was.
He did not
actually.
have a good offensive line. We'll give him that.
No.
I think,
But that's the risk you run with getting some of these guys. One guy could go to the Super Bowl. The other guy could land you a first-round draft pick, a first overall draft pick.
yeah. I don't think Sam Darnold changes anything. I think Jamie's right. We're kind of already moving in that direction where teams are more open-minded when it comes to reclamation projects. But I don't think it changes. I think you still want your own top quarterback. Because if you look at the landscape, the landscape in the NFL, we'll just do it with the playoffs, right? How many quarterbacks that played in the playoffs were top 10 picks or first round picks?
in the playoffs.
Yeah,
this year.
Josh Allen, Drake May. Aaron Rodgers was, but
Aaron Rodgers wasn't the top 10.
he was a first round pick, not a top 10. Yeah. C.J. Stroud, so Rodgers doesn't count. C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix was mid first round, so
he's like 12 or 13.
Won't count him. Justin Herbert, that's 5. Jalen Hurts was a second round pick. Caleb Williams, that's 6.
Yep.
Jordan Love was a first round pick. Bryce Young.
Bryce was later on in the first round, though.
Bryce Young was number 1 overall.
Not Bryce Young.
Jordan Love was. Yeah, I didn't count him.
Yeah.
7. Stafford. That's 8. Purdy, and then Sam Darnold, 9. 9 quarterbacks were selected within the top 10.
Yeah,
So I think you still want that.
Right.
But if you can't get there, like you're the Steelers, because you're always you're always in the playoffs.
Right.
I think you should be open to reclamation projects that aren't 400 years old. So or Duck Hodges.
Every chance we get, man. Just take a shot at my Steelers. You know, they said crap about your Falcons all day, man.
That's really nothing to talk about.
You brought up Kirk Cousins earlier and said,
He brought up Kirk Cousins.
I brought him up.
You didn't defend him. You didn't step up for me. You knew where Marsh was going with that.
I had no clue. I didn't know where he was going. Glad he got there, though.
Whatever, dude.
On the other side of the coin, you have Drake May, right, which is a quarterback also in the Super Bowl, which fits the description that you just outlined for us.
Mm-hmm.
Those quarterbacks taken super early in the draft, and you want to build around your guy that you brought in, that you drafted.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely want to take advantage of a young player on a rookie contract.
Yes.
So what do you think will be the copycat? You know, we always talk about the NFL being a copycat league.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it still the young quarterback?
What if we branch this out and say what's the lesson? What's the lesson for this Super Bowl? Right? Instead of the copycat. I mean, everybody wants Drake May. Everybody wants the quarterback that they select in the top 5 to pan out. But what's the overall lesson?
I think the lesson I think your team is built like the Seattle Seahawks. They got a lot of guys on that defense that they got a number of first-round draft pick defensive players.
Yeah.
And really good players that are aiding in this team being where they are. Sam Darnold came in, you moved on from Geno Smith, and now you're in the Super Bowl with the quarterback that you're having, Sam Darnold. But to me, it is a team effort. It is a collective. Both of these teams that are in the Super Bowl, in my opinion, are the epitome of a team effort.
Yeah.
Collectively, like, I know Drake may finish second in MVP voting, but it's still an overall team that they have that has allowed them to get to this point.
Yeah, I like that.
So for me, I think that's the most important thing, building your team and then hitting goal with a quarterback that doesn't turn the ball over, finds his receivers on time and on target, the moment is not too big for him. Mm-hmm. I don't know that you have to have a superstar quarterback if the rest of your team is trash or not up to par. Like, it is a team effort, in my opinion. And I think both of these teams are right there, and that's why they're here.
Yeah, I like that. The best overall team performance was the Patriots this year. Maybe you could have made that argument about the Broncos had Bo Nix stayed healthy. I think the narrative still fits there. The best overall team went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
From the AFC. NFC, same deal.
I mean, even the Final Four teams, like the both AFC and NFC championship games, you would say that, Matthew Stafford is the MVP, but that's a hell of a team that they had. Mm-hmm. So I think that if I'm trying to build a championship roster and put that together, I want the best players available at at any position.
Sure.
And first round talent, if it matches up to that play, give me that guy.
Yeah.
And then I hit on the quarterback, whether it's a retread guy or it's a, top 10 pick. As long as I got all of the other parts in place, I should be okay.
Yeah, with that being said, I think for me, it shows that there are multiple ways to get to the Super Bowl with how you construct your roster.
True. Very true. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Well, let's break down the matchup. Let's hand out some predictions next on 101 ESPN. time to give out our Super Bowl predictions for Sunday. Jamie?
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and kick us off? How do you see this game playing out? What's important? And finally, what's your prediction?
Well, yeah, I think it is going to be a low-scoring game. I see it playing out to where the Patriots try to drag this thing into the alley. Mike Vrabel was that kind of a player. He played under Bill Belichick, which was very known to like that kind of game too, especially when Bill's teams didn't have the offense that they needed. They had Tom Brady and whoever, but then the defense was a big part of it. I think the Patriots defense comes up big. I think Drake May manages the game well enough. I think they get a couple of big plays, and I think it frustrates the Seahawks. I think Darnold does have a blow-up at some point. I got the Patriots winning this one. I don't have it as an exciting game. I'm with you. I hope it is exciting, but to me, it's going to be that Mike Vrabel like smash mouth, just grind you down, look for your spot, take it. I think the Patriots win.
Carey.
I got the Seattle Seahawks winning. I think it's it's probably closer early. And closer, I mean, I don't know. Patriots get a couple of points, get a touchdown and a field goal. Maybe the Seahawks are up 13-10 at halftime. And I think the final is 28-13. Seahawks.
28-13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just been drinking again.
All right.
I've been drinking. I got my coffee right here.
Yeah, sure it's coffee.
Drinking a lot.
Okay. Marsh?
Wow. There's a lot of different things that go into the Super Bowl, including the game itself, and then just a bunch of random statistics that lean towards certain teams.
Oh wow, he's done some research here.
I've done some research, and there's statistics that favor the Seahawks, and there's statistics that favor the Patriots. However, I'm looking at this one. This is from Jay Kuda. Posted this on the 27th of January. No starting quarterback with a last name less than 5 letters long has won a Super Bowl. Starting quarterbacks whose first and last name end in the same letter are 0-6 in Super Bowls since the AFC was formed in 1970. And starting quarterbacks with initials DM are 0-2 in the Super Bowl. That includes Dan Marino and Donovan McNabb.
Wow.
This Super Bowl includes Drake May. However, when it's Groundhog Day, gentlemen, and that groundhog does not, when he does see his shadow, every time the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, when that groundhog sees his shadow, they win that game. They win that game. But I can't go against.
Did he see it?
He did see his shadow.
Okay.
So that would indicate the Patriots are going to win. So then, with all that being said, I got to go to the actual field. And then I think the Seahawks have been a better team. I think the Seahawks have been a better team.
How the hell do we get to the actual field?
Well, we have to look at those things first before we actually look at the game itself.
He looked at the pregame numbers first.
Pregame number
then
stats
moved to the field.
This is a Super Bowl, Carey. We got to factor in everything.
Okay.
Including the game and the teams themselves.
Sure.
But we got to look at history first.
Carey may look at that stuff first.
Not me,
but
Anthony.
not you.
No, that's a wash for me now. So I'm going to look at the game, the teams. I think the Seahawks have been a better team all year long. And as painful as it is to say, I think my former quarterback wins the Super Bowl. And I think it's a low-scoring game.
What am I listening
And I think it's a 14-10 game Seahawks.
Wow. 14-10. That's a real low score.
And they cover.
Okay. 14-10, they wouldn't cover.
He's confused.
No, the Patriots cover. Patriots cover. My bad.
Right.
Wow. What are you laughing at?
He's laughing at Jamie. He's thrown off.
He's just mad that quarterbacks with the initials DM are 0-2 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Jamie stopped listening after that. He's like, I don't want to hear anything negative on my Patriots. That's the look
We'll
that.
see, guys. We'll see.
You know what, though, Jamie? Let me give you some encouragement right here, though.
Boy.
Because same fella, Jay Kuda. In this century, every time the Super Bowl has been played in between the two teams, one team traveling east, one team traveling west, the team traveling west has won. This is good news for the Patriots. You're probably thinking, well, what is Seattle?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Well,
travel west.
Hang on a second. The Seahawks do go south to Santa Clara, not east. You dummy. Yes. Mainly south, but ever so slightly east as well, as Lumen Field is 122.33 west, Levi Stadium 121.97 west. If we're looking at longitude, latitude, we're not talking about San Francisco, we're talking about Santa Clara.
Right.
So if you fly east, you win?
If you fly west, you win. So that's
The
good for the
Patriots are
Patriots.
flying west.
That's good for you, Jamie.
Pay attention.
We flew southeast and won?
Yeah, but you're the Steelers.
Oh, okay. Sure. Guess that
Where was that one?
Tampa.
Yeah. Well, Arizona should have won. San Antonio Holmes is actually out of bounds.
He was not. We had both feet in.
I think so too, but maybe it shouldn't happen that way.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. All right. I also think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I think this is going to be a game that starts off slow, two teams playing outstanding defense, kind of feeling each other out, but ultimately the game comes down to the Patriots' inability to protect Drake May. I also wonder about that shoulder injury. He suffered a shoulder injury against Denver, and he practiced in full the last couple of days. But I wonder if they're concerned at all about him. Seattle does a great job of taking away big plays. I think New England's going to try to methodically move the ball up the field. I don't think that Ramondre Stevenson gives them a legit running game. And clearly, Travion Henderson, who was a spark for them earlier in the year, he has completely fell out of favor. And there's a lot of articles breaking down Travion Henderson's. Like, he's just been ineffective too. It's not that they've just completely moved away from him. He's been ineffective when he runs with the ball. So I think without a running game, I don't think the Patriots control it. I think eventually Seattle grabs this thing, and then in the second half they start to pull away. So I got the Seahawks 20-13 over the Patriots.
Yeah, you guys are all
20-13.
apologizing.
To who?
Me.
Why?
Why would we apologize to you?
Because being rude.
Technically, you guys did fly west. You're talking about longitude, latitude.
There you go.
You guys
Marsh
did
just
fly
broke it
west.
down.
That's why you guys won.
Southwest.
But wouldn't Arizona
Airlines.
also be going west?
No, they're flying east.
Oh yeah, they would be flying east.
Yeah, they're screwed.
Yeah, okay, so it happened the way it did.
These are the statistics. But I can't get over the DM, DM initials. Haven't won a Super Bowl.
So
Yeah, 0-2.
Pittsburgh.
What about
So,
SD?
hold on, because I got another one.
I'm sure
Pittsburgh
his name
flew
is Drake
west
May.
to where did they play that game at? They played it in Detroit, and Seattle flew east to play in Detroit.
And Pittsburgh won.
You said the team that flies west wins? Oh, okay.
Nope. Teams that fly
Did you
east.
just get that
The
backwards?
teams that fly east
Lose.
Okay, got it. Makes sense. You know what the hell he said?
Yeah.
No, the hell you
I know
don't.
my east and west. At
I
least.
didn't know who won east versus west. Hell, I was confused.
Yeah, pay attention.
This guy.
Pay attention.
Gator says, guess I'm betting on the Pats.
Yeah, you are, Gator.
He's fading somebody. He's fading somebody in this room.
All of you. He's mad at you, too.
The way he said that, he was waiting. He was waiting for one of us to give our pick. And then Gator said, all right, great, I'm on the Pats.
I just can't believe Marshy's going to be cheering for the Seahawks when Sam Darnold completely screwed over his Vikings. Not only did he throw the last two games of the season, allegedly, then he left. And now he brought this team to the Super Bowl. Oh, but we're going to cheer for that guy.
Never said I was cheering for him.
Well, you did. You said I got the Seahawks.
Didn't
Wait.
say I was cheering for him, though.
Wait,
This isn't right. I'm all thrown off.
hold on. Who
I'm
are you
confused.
rooting for?
I don't know.
You have to declare.
Oh, that's right. Well, you guys kept ganging up on Jamie all day. I'll root for the Pats with Jamie.
There you go. Smart man.
No, don't do Jamie any favors. Who are you rooting for?
I listen. I don't need to go the rest of my life with Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl after the Vikings let him go. I'm just gonna maybe call me bitter. That's fine. I don't need that for the rest of my life.
Hey, we'll take bitter over here in Patriot land.
I don't
we
need
like
that.
bitter.
CD.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think
All
the
of a sudden you guys are
Seahawks
super
win.
buddies.
I do think they
We are
win.
super buddies.
I think they win.
Ever since we used to watch those damn Ram drafts,
Yeah,
you better
exactly.
believe it.
Yeah.
And those 1 a.m.
We've seen some
Rams
things,
versus
man.
Seahawks
We've seen some
post games. The hell?
Yeah.
You ain't seen the things we've seen.
Nobody wants to, okay? Maybe in their nightmares. Will they do a NFL draft show for 19 hours? No idea who the hell these guys are.
Man, seventh round draft pick.
Just praying for a quarterback that we saw play.
To tell you the truth, guys, I don't know who the hell this guy is. Never seen him before.
Played for Ohio State. Must be good.
We got a great chirp on the Air Comfort Service text line for Jamie. Barkley's Bone. Jamie knows East and West. He probably got yelled at by the coaches for playing hockey that way.
No, I wish I would have played more East and West. Unfortunately, I had to go north. Usually meant south on the bench.
Get off!
Get off. Hey, Jamie, he just has to keep sliding, right? But it's the end of the bench. Yeah, exactly. Just keep going.
Until you're all the way upstairs.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Well, where do you want me to go from here? I don't know. Locker room's fine. Can you get the other guy some Gatorade, please?
Jeez. It's terrible. You had a really nice career. That's terrible.
What do you think will be a better game, the Super Bowl or the national championship?
Oh, national championship. Yeah, not even close. Yeah.
Oh, really? You just don't like the Super Bowl.
I just think, well,
He hates the NFL.
I think this is going to be, if you like football, I think you'll be just fine with it. I'll be fine with it. But I'm thinking more like from a national perspective. I think people are going to be like, oh, we're Super Bowl ever. And somehow they forgot that Patriots 13-3 win over the Rams, you know?
That was a hell of a game.
That was the worst Super Bowl ever.
That was a defensive masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me it wasn't.
You know, honestly, it was.
I know.
From the Patriots standpoint, yeah.
That's all that matters. I don't care about those other teams. Nobody remembers those guys.
Kind of got to give credit to the Rams defense, too.
I guess so, too, yeah. That was Wade Phillips.
Not enough. That 13 points is a big number.
That was rough. I don't even think they scored until the fourth quarter, right? Patriots?
Oh, they're used to doing that, Anthony. You should know.
And that's what, see? That's what you thought he was your friend, didn't you? He's not. Take shots when he sees fit. I'm sorry.
I haven't suffered enough.
Oh, man.
Our starting quarterback has no knees.
Buddy, you basically handed me the knife to stab you with.
I didn't.
You kind of did.
I was agreeing with you with the Patriots.
He didn't score in the fourth quarter.
It was more like Jamie grabbed a butter knife and tried to stick it in him, and you just it's not sharp enough, so you just kept jabbing
until it pierced skin. You know why the Patriots won that night. You know it.
No, we're talking about.
You know exactly. There's a deal made. There's a deal made between three people. Apparently made the same deal that night.
Yeah, it's coming back to bite them right now.
I guess so. All right.
Bank accounts will be fine.
I think so, too. Bet the board next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. We just gave our Super Bowl predictions, and we talked Super Bowl 60 all day long. If you missed any of those conversations, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you will find all of our shows there and all of our interviews, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Speaking of interviews, we talked with Blues head coach Jim Montgomery. So once again, if you missed that, just head to the podcast page. Bet the Board is coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time to play Bet the Board. Bet the Board. Marsh, what are our latest standings?
All right, gentlemen. So Jamie, I believe, was the only person to pick up a point yesterday.
Naturally.
Unfortunately for you, Anthony, Cincinnati did not cover. Houston,
the first half.
Houston, the Rockets, Carey.
They lost.
They got blown out.
Ouch.
And the Carolina Hurricanes did not score 4 goals. They scored 2. So Jamie picks up a point, and now the standings are Jamie with 2 points, myself with 2 points, and you two, Anthony and Carey, have 1.
We've won? Congratulations, Carey.
Good job, boys. Well
You
done.
did it.
All right, Super Bowl Sunday. Let's go, baby. Patriots are plus 190 on the money line. Give me the under at minus 110. 45.
What happened there? What do you want? The under what?
Under on the game.
Okay.
That's it. 45 and a half. It's minus 110.
All right.
I know you like that play.
I do like that play. You know I like that play.
All right. So
Giving it out all day.
I know. Thank you.
Whole week. If you listen to the Spread Zone, which you can, new podcast available wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, Tony Stalter.
Yeah, Tony Stalter. Hands out some picks.
All right. I'm also looking at the Super Bowl. Give me Sam Darnold under 0.5 interceptions at minus 103.
He's going to throw at least 2.
And Sam Darnold over 1.5 touchdowns thrown at minus 122. And Sam Darnold 220 plus passing yards at minus 149. And Sam Darnold MVP of your Super Bowl 60 winning Seattle Seahawks.
Didn't this happen last month?
Well, I'm thinking ahead, right? When we have to do a parlay at the end of the month, what games are going to be happening?
College basketball. I just hit one.
Did you hit it? Did you check?
I didn't check.
I need you to check. You might have won
Hockey will
last
be back.
month.
Yeah. I'm going to go with football.
Don't bother him. Let him
The
do his
UFL
thing.
will be rolling at that point.
I'm going to go with the Super Bowl. Anthony.
Okay. All right.
Is it me or you?
I don't know. You.
Kenneth Walker over 29.5 yards rushing in the first half, Anthony. I know you were a little bit confused when I walked in. What the
Carey
hell did you
walked out.
say?
It's like, if I'm not
What
back,
the hell you say?
I want Kenneth Walker over 3 yards. He just walked out. I'm like, whoa. What do you mean? All right, so Jamie just took the under, which means I can't take the under.
Fade me?
I'm going to fade you.
Wow.
Do it.
Give me the under 21.5 in the first half, Marsh.
That's not really fading.
No, it's not fading at all.
It's
No,
kinda
you and I
helps
are
me,
in
actually.
lockstep.
Yeah. I hope you get it.
And I hope you get yours.
Thank you.
I hope neither of you get it.
What the hell?
Sorry.
I thought we were a team, Carey.
Yeah, not in this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yep. All right.
Other than that, you guys are good, man. You guys excited about this Super Bowl? Super
Absolutely.
Bowl 60?
Yes.
Jamie?
I'm still excited. You know, I think it's going to be low
You
scoring.
know why I'm excited?
Why?
Food and beer, baby.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because you can just lock in on football and not have to worry about, anything else.
I don't have to worry about talking about any more losses, yeah.
Well, I mean, Patriots could lose.
They probably will.
We'll find out about that, buddy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You can talk about it on Monday.
Are you confident?
Yeah.
Hell no.
You're not, I could tell.
Let's go. No, I'm totally confident.
He's not.
Okay.
I even bought a new sweatshirt.
Ooh.
He doesn't have a Speedo, though.
I'm sure he does.
Not a New England Patriots one.
He's got a Detroit Lions one.
I'm not
I got
coming
the one
over.
with the guy in the
I'm
three-point
good.
stance. I said, bring it on, Dr.
I'm
Kong.
good.
What's your sweatshirt? Is it old logo, vintage logo?
Yeah.
Patriot Pat or whatever his name is?
It's
Pat?
a tough look.
Okay.
Which means we're going to work, baby.
I like that. Red? Did you go red?
Oh, blue. Like a nice blue. Like it was like that, not dark blue, but, and then the Patriot Pat right here.
Okay,
It
nice.
says F-U on his hat.
Oh,
Nice, okay.
what's the? Well, never mind.
For
Fastlane
you.
For you.
For us. Could be red either way.
Yep. What does it stand for? Fire up chips.
It could. It could. You never know.
We're stealing that. They're fire-up Pats.
Fire up Patriot Pat. All right. We'll wrap things up next on 101 ESPN. Fastlane on 101 ESPN. If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today. I'd like to start off. You think you know somebody, you think you love somebody like a brother, and that person loves you back as a brother, and before you know it, he's stabbing you repeatedly with a butter knife till your skin breaks.
It's a shame, Carey.
He's talking about you.
The person's Jamie Rivers.
There you go.
What? Well, don't hand me the butter knife next time.
You asked for it to do something. He didn't think you were going to use it to
No,
attack
he
him.
said, here, look, here's the butter knife. You should stab me with it.
I did no such thing.
Pretty much.
I did no such thing.
And then he helped me.
Let's go to Carey. Carey, what'd you learn?
I learned that after all these years, here I was thinking quarterback play, coordinator play, who had the best defense, who created the most turnovers is what won the game. When in actuality, it's who flew east.
Mm-hmm.
That's who won. Sorry. Or who flew west.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I don't even know. But somebody flew one way, and that's who wins the majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You fly east, you win.
So this
You
year's...
fly west, you win.
You fly west, you win.
I thought it was east.
I did too. Hell, I don't know.
I think it's changed like 9 times. It's probably why he's got us all confused.
Get so confused. You fly
Jamie?
west, you win.
Yeah. Okay.
But the Chiefs and the Eagles both flew west a few years ago.
Well, no, it's one team at least flew a little east. Jamie, what'd you learn?
I learned that Carey's really directionally challenged.
He
Between
said
east,
you fly.
west, and-
Okay, which one
He
is it?
said he flew south.
We did fly south.
He flew east. And
Clearly southeast
Carey, I know.
instead of
I'm going
southwest.
to buy you a compass.
It's all science.
I know direction. I don't know who the hell wins based on what direction they're flying, though.
It's clearly whoever flies west.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if both teams fly west,
It's a
they
wash.
both win?
No, it's a tie.
It's a wash, yeah. That doesn't count.
It's whoever flies more west.
Marsh, what'd you learn?
I learned that if the season takes place in one year and you win the Super Bowl the following year, but it's the same season, it really does matter that whatever year that you played the majority of your games in, that's what everybody knows you by. Yeah. So like the 99 Rams, they won the Super Bowl in 2000, but we don't call them the 2000 Rams.
We sure do not.
Call them the 99 Rams.
Call them the 99 Rams, and that matters.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Okay.
It means something.
It certainly does. Yeah, certainly does. All right, Marsh.
You guys want some criticisms and or compliments?
Absolutely.
All right, Swan says, great show on the Super Bowl, guys. Lots of great statistical analysis. Marsh, you outdid yourself there. Jamie, I respect you, your Patriots pick. That said, throw the house on the Seahawks. Seattle by 1 million.
Whoa. Is that Swan?
That was Swan.
Yeah,
Whatever,
he's a
Swan.
Seahawks fan.
He's a swan. He can't like a Seahawk.
Sure you can.
No. They're known rivals.
No.
Enemies.
Bird family?
Yeah.
No.
You know, Carey, you like birds.
Do I?
Bird watching.
What's
in
your favorite bird?
particular.
What's your favorite bird, Carey?
Cardinal.
Nice. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that,
No,
were you?
I really wasn't.
I know it. I
really
know
wasn't.
it. I know.
Lisa says, Jamie and Carey, stay happy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I already forgot.
I didn't forget.
It's been a long 24
Stay
hours.
happy. I thought you meant because we were arguing. But then I got the congratulations. I was like, It
Yeah, for
clicked.
those that don't know, Jamie proposed last night to his girlfriend, Ashley. Carey, a couple of weeks ago, proposed to his now fiance, Cachet. And that's it.
That's it.
Maybe, maybe not.
You guys staring at me? Told Jamie it's not a matter of if, it's a win thing.
Yeah,
You know,
when will it be?
When will it be?
you guys will find out when it happens.
Let it be.
Next month. Huh?
Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Aerosmith.
No!
Damn.
Are you kidding me? Wrap up the show.
No.
No.
Damn it, man. I felt good on that one, too.
Did you?
I really did.
No. It's the Beatles.
Oh, hell.
Exactly.
It's not Aerosmith. No.
My goodness.
Oh, man.
I really felt good about that one, too. I nailed one yesterday. I don't
did.
remember what it was.
It was
Bon Jovi.
It was Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jam here, a.k.a. Justin here. No sports show ahead of the Fast Lane, number 1.
Thank you.
Apparently we're number 5. According to Jason Barrett's website.
Whatever, dude.
But that's in the nation of mid-market afternoon shows. Now, some may wonder, hey, where were you guys last year? I think we were 3rd, so we got worse.
Yeah, we got some work to do.
Got worse in a year.
We got work to do.
Or others got better. I don't know.
Well, speaking of 3, would you guys like to know the 3 stars of the day?
Absolutely.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book. Now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
Real quick here, 573 says, make sure y'all schedule your weddings at 2 p.m. on weekdays.
Yeah, just like everything else that gets scheduled around here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
All right, our 3rd star of the
We get a better
day.
rate on a weekday, Carey. We get a better rate on a weekday.
Probably.
Yeah.
3rd star of the day goes out to all the Blues fans. Enjoy your break.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's a
Enjoy
good call
it.
on that. Yeah.
Got a healing.
2nd star of the day goes out to this football season as it wraps up this weekend.
That's sad, yeah.
Just
Last
good
call
old
for
clap.
football, man.
Yeah. A sad time.
FanDuel been talking about it all week.
Yeah.
Look forward to Cardinals baseball.
Yeah. The birds.
And you would think our 1st star of the day would be Jamie and Carey, but it's actually going to go out to Cachet and Ashley.
Yeah. They got wow, they got a challenge on their hands, Marsh.
Oh, man.
They got a challenge. Their work really just began.
Hey, they're welcome. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, that'll do it for us. Everybody have a great night and a great weekend. Don't forget, we've got the Super Bowl for you right here on 101 ESPN on Sunday. Pre-game at 11, kickoff at 5:30. Go Seahawks. For Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis,
Pats.
for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. See ya.